Go, love, yeah, go, go, love, yeah, go, go, love, yeah, go, love, go, love, yeah, go, go, love,
Hey, you want some beers? Hey, I was going to say the other one, but that'd be bad. What's up? Welcome back to Thoughts from the Bench. Shout out to 2 out of 3 of us have mustaches, and so that's sick. Greg, can you not grow facial hair? What's up?
I can't grow facial hair to save my life, bud. I've tried. Nah, I'm at 32 years now, and it's bad. It's the worst.
What's
Greg's
the? He's
32.
Yeah. Well, you're 31,
I'm
aren't
32.
you? Are you older than him, Josh?
Yeah,
How old are you?
Yeah.
33.
Jesus Christ! This is what I'm
Yeah,
looking into. I'm looking into the future of a crystal ball here, or what? It's bad.
What's
Yeah,
wrong
but
with-
look
hey,
how long
man.
your hair gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have the second longest hair on the show.
That's
Wow. Okay. And you're the one that said that you're the reason that I don't have long hair anymore. Like, so. In
I said that
essence,
I'm the reason you don't have long hair.
You said that on air at one point as well. Yes.
When did you have long hair?
true. He did have longer hair at one point.
Short period of
Josh.
time.
For him, it was long.
For me, that is very accurate. It was long.
I mean,
It was not a good look, but it was there.
no, like the longest hair you ever had was not that long. I don't think.
I mean, for me, it kind of was though, because I had like I definitely
Trying to
had like
think.
the ones that it was like going like all the way down to like.
Yeah, he had
right
like the
above
emo
my-
cut going on for a little bit.
I did.
Yeah, but it was not. Was it longer than this? Like,
No, it was about that.
okay.
Yeah,
I
around
was
that.
thinking
I didn't-
like,
Oh,
I didn't
no.
have like the no, I don't have the height. I just like it grows down. It doesn't grow up like you. I don't. Whatever.
your hair grows down, mine grows
Yeah.
up. Damn,
Yes,
you
exactly.
imagine bending your life to gravity like a beta. Man, we have a lot of stuff that Greg texted us about a show today, so that's
he?
exciting. I don't care.
where my fucking phone is, so.
Really?
No.
We'll just wait another year and they'll put out another alarm as if Hawaii's getting exploded.
That's right.
Yeah, we got a ton of stuff. The worst Thursday night football in the history of sports happens tonight.
Ooh, we've had some stinkers before though, man.
Yeah, but the stinkers, we didn't go into it being like, oh, this is a stinker. Like this one,
Okay.
we're going into it going, this is probably the worst game setup ever.
Could
Yeah.
be.
I got a lot of guys actually in fantasy leagues tonight, surprisingly.
Yeah, I looked at your roster today. You have a bad team. I wanted to trade.
I
with you.
do.
Well, I
do.
tried to trade with you. He denied it, Josh.
Oh, well.
It was a good
Who
trade, too.
says- It was Michael Pittman for Jahmyr Gibbs and DeAndre Hopkins, I believe.
Fair.
Yeah, like not bad,
Fair.
right? And he loves Gibbs.
I thought he was a reach, but yeah, I do like Gibbs. That's fair. And I do love D-Hop, even though he's wasting away in Nashville, enjoying life, but wasting away on that offense. But still.
In Margaritaville, somebody once said, I know I've said it before in the show, that Margaritaville is funnier if you just count it as the bar and not this imaginary place that some guys wasted in.
Well, okay. So,
Don't tell me that it's actually meant to be the bar.
no, 5 o'clock
Okay.
somewhere. That song,
Yeah.
which also features Jimmy Buffett. It's not his song, but there's a great comedian Dusty Slay that does a whole bit about it. Like he's like, do we know how long this man has been there? Like it just like he's like, is Jimmy Buffett actually there, or is he hallucinating? I hope he's not driving. Like I mean, it's like this.
Oh
it's
my
awesome.
gosh,
It's
that's
really
so
good.
funny.
You should,
Just a
That's a
mindset, baby.
lot of thinking about it. I
Yeah.
can get into that.
you
though.
should see Dusty Slay if he ever comes to your town. He's just
Dusty Slay sounds like a really good drag queen name.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
that
it
actually
does. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
We got a full show. Josh, do we have games tonight? I didn't even ask.
We don't have planned games. We just have a draft.
Oh, okay. That counts. That
Yeah.
counts. Last week we can revisit. Greg knew 1970s NFL trivia better than me. Greg, congratulations on finally winning a game.
Hey, you're welcome. It was about damn time, and quite frankly, it was much deserved. I'll say so.
I don't know about that.
Why?
Cause I had been taking L's just left and right and left
Oh,
and
gotcha,
right. I
gotcha.
finally deserved one. Jeez.
You deserve something, buddy. Let's crack these beers and talk some shit. I got a Modelo time. All right, 3,
Ooh.
2, 1, action.
Something was on sale at the distributor by you. I see.
No. This is what we got this evening, boys.
Modelo
Okay.
and Bud Light.
This is
Can't go
Cinco
wrong
de
with
Mayo
that.
at the trailer park. Here we go. Yeah, big show tonight because it just is. Punk Rock Princess says hi. Finally made it from the Twitch stream. Welcome.
Hi Ash, what's up?
Oh, I thought that was
Welcome.
Steph.
I didn't
No.
say so when I don't know Josh, I don't say their names.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. What are you
Gregory.
drinking?
Ooh.
Is that left hand?
It's pumpkin spice nitro coffee ale.
Isn't Left Hand a Pittsburgh brewery or no? That's
No,
Left
that's
Colorado. Maybe.
What's the? Oh, I'm thinking of Roundabout for some reason.
Yeah.
Used
Well,
to
I
be.
think they have a hand logo, don't they? Yeah.
They had it was the same. It
Oh.
was a white. No, it was a Roundabout thing, but it was white and red the same way, and that's where.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they had the
That's-
the Pittsburgh Left Milk Stout or whatever.
Mm.
That's where I always
Wow.
get lost.
I completely forgot about that beer. Actually, that was pretty solid. Josh,
That's
how
a
is
core
that?
memory?
Greg, I like the taste of it. I always miss the carbonation. It comes down to that.
Are you not a nitro person in general? Just out of
Too
curiosity.
smooth.
Yeah, it's too smooth. It doesn't. I like the bubbles, and there's no bubbles. I just want the bobble.
The bobbles are.
There
a
are
big
no
deal.
bobbles.
Left Hand has the best nitro beers ever. What other? I don't even know if I've really had nitro outside of like Guinness.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like I know I have. I just couldn't tell you a single one.
I know what you mean because like first off, nitro beers are weird for cans because like when you crack them open, they just have like that weird suction noise that they make. Like all the carbonation's just released and stuff, so it just sounds odd, which throws me off. But in terms of nitro stuff, I mean, I've had fresh pot of porter on nitro before, which was it was delicious, and I was like a one-time thing they did it, but that's probably the best like nitro beer outside of Guinness I've had, but I can't really recall anything else honestly.
Do you drink nitro coffee, guys?
Yeah.
No, not normally.
No, Josh. Why not?
Same reason. Well, I guess not same reason.
I like my coffee bubbly.
Yeah, I do. I prefer bubbling.
Sparkling coffee. please.
Exactly. Actually, if you ever did pour Topo Chico into a cold brew or an iced coffee, it is fucking
I-
fire.
Thought about it. I've never done it. Josh, your phone is on the ground on the floor.
Wow.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Mystery solved.
One, shout out Anastasia. That's awesome. That'd be
was cool.
creepy if that was from anyone else. You didn't even know who commented that. Two, on the ground on the floor. Is that redundant, Lance? I'm asking.
Oh, she went out and got it and slid it under the door.
Yeah.
I understand now. Thank you.
I didn't see it happen, but now that I see the
Great
phone,
wife.
I
it's
didn't see it happen
hysterical.
either.
That's
I thought
funny.
I feel like
Shout out, Lance.
I feel like on the ground on the floor is kind of unnecessary, isn't it? It
But
has
in
to
her
be
defense,
off.
Oh yeah, this
It
baby
is
was
Josh.
sitting in the car.
It is true. You need multiple things.
you
to
need
describe
multiple
in order-
touch points to get Josh to do
Yeah,
so. Like on the
that's
ground on the floor is redundant, but also he could be like, where the fuck's the ground?
It's a great point. I can't find things on my
Yeah.
own. I am a man.
The ground
you
could
gonna-
technically be like outside. It could be like another level entirely. Like it can mean so many different things.
Lands right saying, "Oh, I could have said on the floor." No, we like what you did. We
Yeah.
like what you did, bud.
Listen, Josh appreciates it because it got him what he needed, and that's what he needs.
What
Well,
do you need, Greg?
What do I need?
It's where you put your feet.
I mean, I just need beer and my friends, and I have both tonight, so that works for me.
Oh, you special guest? Fucking
Asshole.
roasted. What beer are you drinking, Gregory? Did you say?
I still got the 4-pack of the Thanks Dog double dry hop from
How do
Trace,
you
so I'm
do
gonna.
that?
I don't really like. Honestly, when I'm home, I don't really drink that much unless I'm talking to you two, or if I had someone come over or something. Like I'll I'll say if you want a beer or something, but like that's really about it. I don't really drink a lot at my house. I don't know
Okay,
why.
if you went into work and got home from work, you would have more alcohol. Because I'll tell you, the satisfaction of cracking a cold one after a tough day's work, crazy. But you can't
That's
leave your house, so it's not like you're leaving or coming back.
well, wait till January, and that might change at some point. But that's for another story, unfortunately.
Going to the next insurrection.
Apparently, looks like.
Oh, Jesus. Greg.
Wow,
All right,
Greg.
Well, Jesus.
Every week he says something where I'm
Every
like,
week is
every
Greg's
week we're gonna
insurrection.
get fucking canceled.
Hey,
Oh,
at least I'm entertaining. Leave it at that.
No one said you weren't. That's true.
Thank you.
All right.
I have one more stupid question before
Oh
you get
yeah,
to the show, Josh.
absolutely.
Have you
Go
seen
ahead.
Strike Force 5 yet?
No.
It's a podcast.
Uh-uh.
Conan O'Brien, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes,
Jimmy
actually.
Fallon,
Oh,
Sorry,
I've
I
heard
didn't
of
know
it.
that's what it was
Seth
called.
Meyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
called Strike Force 5. Check it out. Kind
Is
of
it
funny.
still going even with the writer's
So-
strike over?
They started it to get money for their crews during the strike. There's stuff.
Right.
My guess is that it won't keep going at the same thing. But there was an episode where someone wrote in. So they each took turns hosting. So like they were like, we need a host. So everyone takes an episode and hosts. And there was one where I think Conan was hosting, and someone wrote in to ask Stephen Colbert why the King of Gondor never fought to get Gondor back after all those years. And he just went into this
Oh man.
long-winded, and everyone just kept putting their headphones on and getting up. And it turns out to be 5 or 4 setups around him and just him talking about Aragorn's like family and stuff. It was very funny.
Oh, he's a huge Lord of the Rings nerd. When he did the Colbert Report, I remember some episodes where like he went off on like tangents with like a Tolkien off with I think when James Franco was still a thing, and they like went at each other about it.
Yeah.
No, there's great clips of Marion Pepin going on the show and quizzing him, trying to stump him.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll
I need to
find
watch
one and
those.
send it to you guys. It's the one where he gets stumped is fucking electric.
Oh no.
There is another like kind of one that he got stumped on, which was amazing, but it was kind of bullshit. It was Ryan Gosling who did it because I guess his mom had a question for Stephen Colbert that was Tolkien related, and the question was like went into the detail, and then at the end it was, "What page is this on?"
Oh, I hate that.
He was
Oh, but
probably
it was
close
funny
though.
as hell though.
That makes
It
me
was
hate
funny
Ryan
as hell.
Gosling's mom.
Yeah.
I agree with that though. All right, Josh, you're up.
Okay, so let's do this first. Time
I
to
got
pay
some
the
foil
piper,
in my
boys.
mouth.
Last week we were booty.
The show or the
And,
Steelers?
The picks.
There's a lot. I was gonna say there's a
Either.
lot of routes.
A lot of
going
things were
for
pooty last week. Apparently, I thought the show
Yeah.
was actually good last week because Jeremiah was a
me
wild
too.
card.
He was great.
So last week, Deke went 2-7. I went 1-5, and fucking Greg went 3-4 like a jackass.
I mean, he only bet 7 times.
I
He's bound to be
know.
good at it.
I know I'm the
Sucks.
worst. What can I say?
That brings total records. Greg is 8-11 at 42%. I'm 7-11. Shout out me. 38%. And
Always open, baby.
Deke, you, Jamar.
Yeah, that
Chase,
last week was tough, but I was really good before that.
you're 8-15 at 34%.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. Okay,
What the-
we could dig out of these holes. All
Oh,
right,
absolutely.
Deke, if your line is different, let me know. But game 1 this week, we have number 12 Oklahoma versus Texas at the Texas State Fair for the Red River Shootout.
There's
Kinda cool.
always some shenanigans that goes on in this game.
Yep.
That always something that
But-
happens that like throws shit into chaos. This is the game that Caleb Williams arrived on the scene too.
Correct.
if You
Why?
remember?
Hold on. I got
What?
my account's blocked.
Uh-oh. You better figure that out.
Well, BetMGM had a huge hacker thing.
Oh, shit.
They didn't pay
Oh.
off. Like everyone paid off these hackers $15 million, and BetMGM took a stance, and then the hackers destroyed their fucking shit.
BetMGM,
Oh.
try me.
Yeah,
Like,
and
okay,
they
watch
did.
this.
They were called like the Spider Coalition or something like that.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
So the line is 5.5, favoring Texas, and the over/under is at 60 in the hook. The Red River Shootout traditionally does go over. I know that for a fact.
Yes.
But 60.5 for these offenses, or at least for Oklahoma's offense, is a lot to ask. To me, I think Texas is the best team in the country. I know Georgia's Georgia, but Texas has done what they've had to do to prove that they are the best team in the country. Last week, they dominated Kansas. That game wasn't even fucking close. And I think that they just continue to get better and better and better. I think Quinn Ewers looks better and better and better. Yeah, man, I have Texas covering while Derek's figuring out his thing.
Oh no, I'm in.
Okay, you're in? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've rode Texas for over a year now.
Yep.
And for one reason and one reason alone, because if alcohol can't kill Steve Sarkisian, nothing can.
That's
and
true.
so I'm huge proponent of that. No, I love Quinn Ewers. I've tried to bet Greg so many times Quinn Ewers will get taken ahead of Drake May in the draft, and he won't do it because he's a phony and a fraud.
He's a phony and a
I
fraud.
think I'm with you, Josh. Texas is the best team in the country right now in terms of they've proven it time and time again against really, really good opponents. They haven't really looked bad in any game. I'm absolutely fully on board with this. And for me, Oklahoma at 12 is fine. They mean nothing to me right now. I'm looking at 5.5 and then 60.5 for the over/under, Josh.
Are you going over?
I'm absolutely going over.
Okay.
And I'm absolutely taking Texas to cover.
Here's the part that tells me everything I need to know about this game. There is not one person in my office that is willing to make a bet with me.
No.
They are nowhere like, and I'm not even asking money. I'm just like, all right, if Texas wins, I'll buy you a Texas shirt. You have to wear it to the office, ha.
Yeah.
And nothing. They don't want to get anywhere near it. Nowhere near it, which tells me everything. They have zero confidence in this fucking team.
Why would
I was gonna ask, is it because of just like how the rebuild is going, because they went 6-6 last year, and that's very un-Oklahoma like, but they have just no confidence in this team this year, even though they're ranked. Like, I find that hard to believe.
They were talking a lot of shit right up till this week.
Really?
There were people that college football playoffs and Big 12 champions and Texas will fuck it up and all this other shit. And then Texas dicked down Kansas and they squeaked by against Iowa State and they're like, I don't know, maybe.
they're covering themselves in case a massive bludgeoning occurs this weekend, basically.
Just for the record, they did win by 30 against Iowa State.
That's right. Who did they had a tight one earlier in the year that
they beat Arkansas State 73-0. They beat SMU 28-11. They beat Tulsa 66-17, Cincinnati 20-6, Iowa State 50-20.
Cincinnati was interesting. That's right.
There was a game that it was tough. I'm not against you, and I don't think they looked greatest other than 50-20 against Iowa State.
Right.
That all being said, they're going to get decimated.
No, good call out. I totally forgot that game was a blowout.
You're good. I didn't even know they played Iowa State last weekend, so you are good, Daddy. What's up, Dennis?
Sports. We talk about sports on the show. Greg, give me your picks on that game.
I'm gonna go over on the points as well, and just to be different from you guys, I'm gonna say Texas on the money line.
I mean,
you guys, what?
No, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot, Greg.
No.
Here's the problem.
You can't keep letting him do this.
Here's the problem. What? We need to start adding the odds into these picks. We can't just look at these apples to apples. You're minus 225. We're minus 110. We would win more money than you. I'm not unit shaming. I am saying, though, that bet is not the equivalent of us taking Texas in the points. When we look at and we did it wrong, boys. Let's just own up. Let's say it. We kept the record wrong. And Greg, you don't have to listen to this because you didn't partake in how we were setting it up because you were very belligerent against it. Josh, next time we need to actually say we are betting the same amount of money in who ends the year with the most money.
Right. Yeah, I think that's tough because Greg doesn't gamble and I physically cannot.
Oh, no, we won't actually put money. I'm
that's
saying,
the part
so let's say this. If we put $10 on every one of our bets, for example, there are some bets that I might have hit that would be worth more than 3 of Greg's hits due to money line and point and all that stuff.
Yeah, Greg, if you were gambling on this game and you wanted Texas money line because you don't think they could cover the 5 and a hook, you would want to put that into a parlay because that would be decent in a little parlay run. That would be worth something. But like you're getting cents back on the dollar betting the money line.
But if Oklahoma loses by 3, you get money and we don't.
So where you would traditionally do that, Greg, is that you would take Oklahoma plus 5.5. You can still think Texas won, but you think it's going to be closer than 5.5. Then you take Oklahoma to cover.
Yeah, you would make more money taking Oklahoma to cover.
Right.
Okay. Interesting.
Do what you want to do, Greg.
Yeah.
You're winning. You're winning. It's fraudulent, you know? You're like Lance Armstrong with one nut out here.
He's still getting by pretty good with only one nut, just saying.
Yeah, and no jackets.
I think all the money that he has is able to kind of keep him warm at night. No offense.
How much money do you have? Oh, you don't bet.
Not as much.
See
not as
the
much
reason we need to start betting?
Fair enough. Yeah. I do need to upgrade that basement soon.
Lay down a parlay, you'll be fine.
The fraudulent LSU Tigers, number 23 in the country, head to number 21 Mizzou. They are the 4-point favorites. The over/under is at 64.5.
That game against Ole Miss last week, like what did it end up being? Like 100 something points that were put up. I think.
I'm so pissed about that game, Greg.
55-49.
Cool.
I give my full card to my friend Enzo. Shout out Enzo, friend of the program. And we got fucked in the last 2 games last week, LSU and Fresno State. Fresno State pulled their starters at half, which is bullshit.
Wow.
And
Who are they playing?
Nevada. Didn't fucking matter.
Whatever.
They walked Nevada in the first half, and then they were like, all right, let's sit our guys. We got to go to Wyoming next week. Like, let's just
they're
chill.
Kids. Let's bench
have
them
a
so
real
they go to
a real
school.
test against Wyoming and some shit.
Right.
Okay.
Get him, Greg. Get him, Greg.
And then fucking LSU fucking pissed down their legs, man. I don't get it.
Jackson Dart, baby. He slings darts.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the defense of LSU, it was a higher ranked Ole Miss team, and blah. I do like Jaden Daniels a lot, though.
Yes.
On this game, though, Josh, I have LSU's favored 4.5, and the over/under is at 65.5.
Yep.
I think Mizzou's played good, but I like LSU's offense a lot.
LSU has great offense.
Will be taking LSU in the points here, and just because I honestly, hear me out. Didn't Missouri have a good game last week? Or am I an insane person? Points wise, they played Vandy. They put up 38.
Yeah.
So 38 against Vandy, 34 against Memphis, and 30 against Kansas State are the last 3, Josh.
Yeah. Hang on a sec. There was something I was looking at with this game, and I wanted to bring it up, and I got to just look at it. Team stats on defense.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Mizzou is 74th. Okay. 333 yards allowed on it is so far, or on average, right? 333 yards. Man. LSU's offense, 3rd in the country at 564 yards a game.
Wow.
Mismatch. And normally I am I'm a hungry dog runs faster at home kind of situation. Yeah, it's got to be LSU in the points here for me as well, Derek.
I think all of these, we might have to have a separate one, Josh, that's like we pick a random game and bet on it, because I felt pretty consistent about all of them, but the ones you sent. So, Greg, I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
I feel like LSU is going to come in and play angry, because they absolutely should not have lost to Ole Miss last week, but they let the game get away from them.
Yeah, their season's over.
Their season is absolutely over. So like, I think they're just playing for pride and maybe a New Year's Six bowl at this point. I don't know. I think Missouri. I thought Missouri was gonna be like a good running team this year and probably hold the ball to keep that LSU team off the field. But honestly, like the way that they're playing, I think LSU needs a statement victory. Like this is. Like, I remember the LSU game against Mississippi State where they just absolutely destroyed them, and I can't imagine Missouri is going to be much of a test either. So I'm kind of with you guys as well with LSU and the points.
Nice.
Missouri,
I don't want to be consistent, but like I can't go against it in this case.
Missouri is the 142nd best rushing team in the country. That ain't good.
Oof. No, that is not good.
They might be behind Slippery Rock.
Is is anybody
Number
interested
10,
in
number
the
10
over?
in D2, baby. Just saying.
What's Josh?
Is anybody interested in the over?
I am. Yeah, I'm taking
Yeah?
it.
The over?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Greg,
What was the over under again?
64.5.
Mm.
Would you like to hear the points Missouri has put up? 38, 34, 30, and 23. Oh, and 35. It's going to be like right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be right there.
11 a.m. start, not good for overs traditionally.
Yep.
In fairness, though, the last time LSU played 11 a.m., it was Mississippi State game where I think they had like 5 touchdowns in the first half. So yeah, I'm gonna take the over in this one.
Okay. We just talked about them a couple of minutes ago. Number 20. Somehow they lost and went up in the standing. Or I'm sorry. No, just kidding. I had Kansas and Kentucky fucked up. That's my brain.
Gotcha. I was gonna say that'd be impressive.
Dyslexia. Kentucky at number 20 heads into the doghouse. Number 1, Georgia. Georgia's favored by 14.5. The over/under is 47.5. Deke.
This is gonna be like Georgia's best test so far this year.
Their only test so far. You should
Yeah.
recorrect that.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
I mean, they're only tested until the SEC championship, really, because you got Kentucky here, then Vandy, then Florida, then Mizzou, then Ole Miss, then Tennessee, then Georgia Tech. And I think Florida's scrappy is the word we always use. I think Ole Miss is probably going to be okay. I think Tennessee's going to get out of the top 25 by the time that game plays.
Tennessee might already be there. Oh, they're 22. Yeah, they're hanging
22.
on.
Yeah.
They're hanging on by a thread.
Hang by a moment.
Here's the thing. So for Kentucky's sake,
yeah,
let's not ignore what they've done this year. They beat Florida, they beat Vandy, and then they had Akron, Eastern Kentucky, and Ball State.
Beating Vandy's just they showed up to the game and ran effective plays.
Here's the deal, though, is that they've scored over 30 points 4 times. Okay? And they haven't fucked it up, which I know is like a dumb thing to say, right? Nothing on paper makes them stand out offensively or defensively, but they just seem to have their shit together, which in a game against a number 1 team can matter in the points because 14.5 is a lot.
Yep.
That's 2 touchdowns plus.
And I feel like Kentucky is going to play very conservative. I don't think they're going to take a lot of chances in this game, which probably means this is going to end up being a close game. And I was very surprised. I was very surprised that Georgia only put 23 points against Auburn. I would have thought that would have been more of a blowout. So based on that, I'm going to take Kentucky as the dog, and then I'm going to take the under.
Now,
I need you to walk through that.
Well, hang on. Can I back Greg's point up?
He's taking with points.
I'm sorry. What did he say?
He said Kentucky is the dog. He's taking them
with points.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, to cover.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna give a stat to help Greg out here. Is that other than the 2 no-name teams, Georgia has not won a game by more than 20-ish points except for UAB. So South Carolina was 24-14, Auburn was 27-20. The 3 chump change teams, Tennessee, Martin, Ball State, and UAB, they beat badly. But the 2 actual programs, they did not beat handedly.
Mentally, here's where I am. Georgia. Actually, we won't even start with Georgia. Rewind your brain. 6 years.
Yeah. Come on. I've been talking myself into the Kentucky and the points. Yeah. I have been the whole day. I've been like, they could do it.
Josh is 2017. Shut up.
Rewind. Yeah, Josh, shut up. It's 2017, idiot.
I'm talking about movies and wrestling.
So,
not sports.
Replace Georgia with Alabama. we're not doing this. We're not sitting here giving Kentucky the time of day. We're not pretending that they're going to. Georgia has earned the Alabama right. They have earned the fact that they'll get up for every game. They have. I talked so much shit when they were down last week, and obviously they came back. They're going to find a way. They are a much better team. They will probably win by 21. I feel very comfortable putting Georgia points over on this matchup. They've earned this ability for me to say that with my chest and not feel bad.
Right.
They've earned it, but you also have to pay attention to just kind of the trend as well.
And the trend is that they haven't lost a game in like 2 years.
I understand,
So-
but when you're doing, isn't it kind of more focused on when you got to pay attention to the numbers and gambling? That's when it plays a little bit differently. No.
Sure. So the fact that they didn't really cover against Auburn, I'll give you that.
Right.
You cannot convince me that not covering against Auburn will mean that they will have a bad game against an SEC team. That's where
I'm
at.
not saying they'll have a bad game. I'm just saying it'll be a close game.
Well, a bad game is not to cover. Good teams win, great teams cover, Greg.
Also,
you'll remember that.
Auburn was on the road.
100%.
Just point that out real quick. Auburn was on the road. That matters. In college football more than any other fucking sport, home field matters.
But
Georgia will dominate.
But only putting up 24 and keeping it somewhat close against South Carolina when South Carolina's not that good.
Totally fine. I disagree with that statement. I think South Carolina has been fairly good this year compared to where we thought they would be. Spencer Rattler doesn't look like the fucking fraud he was last year. I don't disagree with what you're saying, Greg. I'm just telling you what's going to happen.
South Carolina's 2 losses this year are to Georgia and Tennessee.
Yes. And the Tennessee game was good.
And they beat a very good Mississippi State team.
Yeah, I Greg, I mean, here's the thing. You're winning.
Oh, I'm sorry. They lost to North Carolina as well.
Well, shout out Drake May.
Yeah.
I personally will stand here and say with my chest, until Georgia upsets me and they if they look flat this week, then yes, I will never speak about them in the same breath as the Alabama team we all know. As of right this second, they have earned for me to back them up.
Greg.
That's fair. That's fair. You're playing on the respect and history kind of aspect that they deserve to get. I'm more so playing on the aspect of this Georgia team is not those Georgia teams that we've seen like dominate people. Like there's just something about them that I just don't see the.
Well, what do you like about Kentucky? You know what I mean?
I get that, but like I'm saying, like this Georgia team, there's nothing about this Georgia team that just screams dominant to me yet.
Okay.
And it's still somewhat early. So like that's why I'm saying like I'm willing to kind of play up the notion that like SEC football games are going to be close for Georgia until some sort of dominant victory occurs. And naturally, could it be Kentucky? Sure, it absolutely could be. But for now, I'm playing off of what I've seen so far.
You know what, Greg? Everyone said the same thing last year, and then the red hot Tennessee Volunteers went in there and got dicked down because the entire national media was like, "You ain't got it, Georgia. Tennessee's gonna knock you out." And then Georgia's like, "Oh, it's time for us to wake up from our nap and fucking whip ass." And then
that's fair, but I'm pretty sure there's not as much hype around Kentucky as like the arrogant Tennessee fans had last year.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. Indeed it was. So that's why I'm not ready. I'm not ready to like crown Georgia as like elite this year just yet.
So you're taking Kentucky in the points.
Who are you crowning as elite this year? Is where I'll go with that.
I don't know yet, honestly.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. Is I don't think we love Texas. I think Michigan's been okay. I think that some of these teams are really, really, really fun. You could see two Pac-12 teams, Pac-10, Pac-2, Pac-2. You could see two Pac-2 teams in there this year.
And it wouldn't be the 2 teams that are left either, which makes it better.
Yeah, I think if I'm crowning elite teams, like just solely off of like beating good teams and like making a spectacle of it, it's Texas and USC.
Hello, Cozy Sophie. Hello, I just discovered your channel. Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome.
What's up, Cozy Sophie?
Greg's an idiot.
I am very much so.
Greg, you're taking 14.5 with Kentucky.
Yes, and I'm going to go under on the points overall as well.
See,
I think it'll be close.
Okay, I will give you this, Greg. If you're ever actually placing a bet, never say I'll go under on the points overall, because now the last thing I heard was over.
Yeah.
I'm a simple man, Greg.
Sorry,
Under
I
all.
gotta.
The only thing
I'll like
I
just
feel
fucking
confident
with
about
you.
in
Condense it a
this
little
game
better.
is the
I'm
over.
just
condense it better.
Is that the only thing you're betting, or that's the only thing you feel confident
No,
enough
I'm
to
gonna
bet in?
take Georgia in the points just because if I'm gonna sweat it out with one of you, it'll be Derek.
Now, here's what I'll say, Greg. Kentucky money line plus 425, looking pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's the money line I'm not taking. No
All right.
chance.
You're lost, buddy.
Next game, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish,
Fraud.
which on
Frauds.
the Barstool Power rankings was starting to believe in despite
Recent.
recent history.
Did
Oh my
you see,
God.
Josh, the story about Sam Hartman's agent?
No.
So Barstool's betting show.
Oh yes,
Uh,
I did. I did.
They
see
tried to
this.
make shirts, Greg, that said Sam Heisman. They're like Sam Hartman, Sam Heisman. He looks really good.
Right.
He's a good
Yeah, yeah.
story. Like he could get there. They had reached out and they're like, hey, we want to sell these shirts. They needed to talk to his agent. Like that's just how the world works. The agent kind of answered, but was like, yeah, we'll get back to you. They play that game. They
Mhm.
lose to Ohio State. The
Right.
agent writes back and says, hey, Sam will do it, but he wants like a deal that's based off how many shirts sold. And Portland was like, we're clearly not selling those shirts anymore. Like you missed your window, dude. Like I again love Sam Hartman. He's out of the Heisman contention probably just because of that game, no matter what happens.
Oh no, like no, the agent probably went to Sam Hartman. Sam Hartman said, "Yes, but if I play well against Ohio State, I can maybe get more." And that clearly didn't work out in his case, and he tried to still get
100%.
something. Yeah. I mean, it's gamesmanship. I'm not going to knock him for it, but at the same
it
time,
didn't
like,
work.
what were you expecting? No, it did not work at all. Not at all.
That's kind of the big thing. Is like gamesmanship. I'm with you. Didn't work.
Yeah.
As for this game right now, oh no, I just had it and I minimized.
Notre Dame is 6.5-point favorites,
Yep.
and the over/under is at 53.5.
Yep.
This
that's what I got.
Louisville team is fun.
Number
by the
25 in
way.
the country.
They got speed, man. Like all over on that offense. Ooh, they're gonna be interesting.
Who have they played so far?
That's not looking sharp.
Let's take a look. I got it up now. NC State, they won by 3. Boston College, they won 56-28. Indiana 21-14. Murray State 56-0. Georgia Tech 39-34.
So hear me out.
2 weeks of 56 points. Jesus.
Not nothing. Not nothing. Not great, but not nothing. Hungry
Yeah,
dogs
so
run faster at home.
I will take Notre Dame minus 6.5. And I'm going to take the over-under here is interesting. Notre Dame has a decent defense. Thought they did well against Ohio State. 53.5. I mean, I'm going to take the over.
All right.
Greg, you look hesitant.
No, I honestly, like, because I'm thinking about this, I can't imagine Notre Dame's offense is going to put up that many points, but I don't believe Louisville's defense is that good. So I could see Sam Hartman having like one of those like wow games.
For you, Central Michigan, Notre Dame put up 41, NC State 45, Tennessee State 56, Navy 42. Ohio State was an outlier with 17-14.
Right.
They beat Duke 21-14. So they are trending a little back to earth. But Louisville 56, 56, 21, 30. Like I think this could get into a race.
Which, by the way, speaking of the Duke game, because I wasn't able to see it. Is Riley Leonard okay? Like, is he out for the year? Like, does anyone know? Just out of curiosity.
That's a great question. I don't think he was. Ryan Leonard.
Because I heard he got injured in the game, and I knew as soon as I heard that, like, Duke is done. Duke's done if that's the case. But no, I was curious because which, by the way, he was being interviewed on the McAfee show. Great guy. Like he was talking about like how he's so cool. Like Duke was the only football school that he got a scholarship from because like apparently he was going for basketball.
Yeah,
like, that's pretty cool.
High ankle sprain, Greg. No
okay, so like
no exact date.
That's like 3-4 weeks, if anything. So that's not too bad. But I thought done for the year. So like that's not too terrible, I guess. But yeah, like Louisville puts up points, and then from what I've seen, so I'm kind of with you on the total, like to go over on that one. The line is what 6.5 Notre Dame favorite.
Yep.
I think Louisville can make some noise, and I'm actually gonna say that I think they'll cover.
Okay, so
I think
Wow.
Louisville is the underdog. Yeah, I'll go with them.
I love that for you.
so Greg, I'm gonna call you the P word again
Go ahead.
because
Oh,
this is how you
fucking
make a money
genius.
line bet. Louisville money line. Underdogs at home run faster. Duke almost knocked them off last week. Notre Dame fucking sucks. They've always fucking sucked. Louisville money line. Cash the checks.
For future reference, I was corrected by a local when I was there last year. You have to say it like you have a mouthful of food. Is how to properly pronounce Louisville.
Louisville.
Louisville. Yeah.
Louisville.
Louisville.
Who's Louisville's quarterback?
Doesn't fucking matter.
I have no
Okay.
clue.
No, it was
I
just
have no
I
clue.
wanted to see how much Josh's research did while we were talking there and see if he was gonna. I knew for a fact if he dropped a name, it wasn't a thought.
Yeah. No, I just know they got speed all over that team, and I think that's going to be a fun matchup because Notre Dame likes to slow the game down and like just pound it into the dirt and all that, but Louisville's going to try to like make some plays happen.
All right. Do you want to give the rest of your card, Deke, or no?
The only other games I'm really looking at, there aren't many that I'm like crazy over this week. You know what I mean? I like the over for Texas Tech and Baylor just because I always pick the over for Texas Tech. I like Oregon State against Cal, but they're not starting their starting quarterback at Cal because of injuries, so it really doesn't matter. USC versus Arizona is kind of tasty at 21.5 because Caleb Williams has looked really just world beater lately, man.
He's definitely a Heisman favorite, right? Like I can't think of anyone else.
There has never been a more surefire sentence in the history of world than Caleb Williams will win back-to-back Heismans.
Yeah, I unless someone just goes absolutely off in the next 8 weeks, I can't imagine Caleb doesn't win the Heisman.
The only other game I'd really touch on is number 11 Alabama against unranked Texas A&M, and Bama's only favored by a point.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
they're
fair.
playing history in this case. I had no idea A&M was 4-1. By the way, I thought they were like struggling throughout the year, but yeah, somehow, some way, they're actually doing okay. Good for them.
Hey, Greg, you know who also is 4-1?
Louisville. No, they were undefeated.
The Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
Who's Rutgers got?
Do you know where they're headed this week?
Oh Jesus!
Wisconsin to go visit the fraud fucking Badgers. Rutgers plus 380. Let's go, Rutgers money line.
Oh.
Road dogs run faster. Hell yeah.
They're 400 here.
Take the under in that one, absolutely.
They're 13.5-point dogs, Greg, just so you know. So Josh is betting that Rutgers will cover 14.5 points to win, not just cover. So
no, I said money line.
No, I know. They're already basically like being told they're going to lose by 2 touchdowns, and you think it's an interesting one. I like it.
Greg Schiano ain't going down like that. The only team they've lost to is Michigan.
I want Josh to yell like that every time he speaks for the rest of the show, Sid says.
Okay.
That's doable. Well, that's a lot of red and white, by the way.
That makes one of us.
Because I got 2 more games to talk about. Can I tell you about the superior team from the backyard rivalry? Can I tell you about the West Virginia Mountaineers? How they've only lost 1 fucking game this year? How they're the class of the ACC? How they may win the ACC this year, Gregory? How's that taste in your fucking mouth, Greg?
They're in the Big 12, bud.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it fucking tastes, motherfucker. That's how.
You can finish the show.
You idiot.
I don't need to be here.
Have they ever been in the ACC?
No.
I was going to say, shit, I didn't know they moved there this year.
No.
Oh, Josh.
Well, anyway, they've played really well this year.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
And they've covered a bunch.
Well, they don't play this weekend. They don't play till next Thursday.
There you go. Never mind.
So, hey, they can't lose. Wow, that was the single funniest thing ever. Not only is there not a game Saturday.
Oh my God. Josh was trying to
Sid.
rub dirt in my face and then just completely missed on this.
Pokes by a billion over Fresno.
Okay, God.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that was a tough one to watch.
Not good for me.
No.
Not your worst day, not your best day.
Not good for me.
That was amazing.
I hope they do win the ACC. That'd be sick.
I hope the Steelers win the Super Bowl.
They might. They might. Take his camera off, Sid said.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You know how like right now the big joke is like how often you think of the Roman Empire?
Where did that come from,
Yeah.
by the way?
Yeah.
Like, I need to know.
Just
but
guys being
continue,
dudes.
Guys being dudes. How cool was the
Yeah.
Roman Empire, Greg? Just think about it for 30 seconds. Pretty tight.
So unsustainable. Like, how did it last as long as it did? How did people just like understand that it was like the government like
Everybody
strong
was fine
men?
with it.
No guns, just spears.
Yeah.
Romulus and
Lions.
Remus, man. Can you imagine if Remus actually would have won the battle and he would have been able to get that city? Would have been totally different for all we know.
Yeah, Greg, that's what we all think about. I think about the amount of
Who the
times
fuck
everyone
is
else
Remus?
thinks about.
Romulus and Remus, they were the ones who founded the ancient city of Rome. And Romulus ended up
Yeah, but
winning
that's
the
not the
battle.
Roman Empire. The Roman Empire is Julius Caesar, bud.
Well, how else would the Roman Empire have
You're
been
talking
created?
about the
Rome
people
was
that
never-
sucked on the wolf's titties. That's a folklore.
Oh yeah, that's
No, 'cause
true. They were
you know
Oh,
the other
bad back-to-back segments here.
Dude,
Not
I'm
looking
the
good
only
for the
one.
boys.
I'm not talking for the rest of the show.
You should
No,
just
I know what you're talking about, Greg,
be
because
done.
the Roma, the soccer team's patch, is people sucking on the teat of a wolf. And Rome was those two guys sucking off the teat of a giant wolf thing. The Roman Empire is Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar.
and Brutus, A2 Bruti.
No, fuck off. Don't try to save it now. Brutus stabbed him in the back. You're out here naming folklore, and I got facts.
My bad.
This is
Why'd you
actually
say it?
underrated logo, I've decided.
Roma?
Yeah.
Yes, remember?
Bro, yeah, the Captain Wolf or whatever. Hold on, I have it here.
Pretty cool.
Le Lupa Catolina.
Their colors are interesting too. Isn't it like orange and burgundy, kind of?
Roma, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like more of a yellowish orange.
Le Lupa Catolina. I don't know why I'm saying
It should
that
not go.
Spanish.
It should
be
not go
Italian.
together, but it really does.
Le
It's a good look,
Cuba
actually.
Latina. There it is.
There you go. Anyway,
That was you guys.
I'm bad.
What a show. What a show
No,
you're
just
having.
end this shit now.
Wow.
Not
We
doing
still
well.
got an hour. No,
Well,
we
we
still
can
got an
take
hour,
our-
but we can recover.
We can take our
recover.
bathroom break now and then come
Okay.
back with stuff.
You want to do that?
We,
All
Yeah,
right.
let's
we
do
can
that.
absolutely
Good job,
recover,
guys.
Yeah. Second half return. You know.
I'll
We
be
got
back
second
with
half.
my shame later.
Second half team.
this.
We're back.
We're back.
What's up?
Greg's wasted.
Yeah, pretty much. You know who is wasted?
Dame Lillard in Milwaukee.
Woo!
You're just such a bitch. Go ahead, tell me Blink-182 is overrated or whatever the fuck you've been trotting
Welcome
out.
back to Thoughts of the Bench. This is the third straight week of us talking about how Blink-182 has lost their fastball. I'm your host, Deke.
Which, by the way, they released a new song today. That was actually pretty good.
Yep, that's why this is week 3 of Blink-182 has lost their fastball.
All right. Let's
Keep
look
dropping songs. We'll keep having episodes.
let's let Greg talk about stickball.
All right. So playoffs officially began. We started off the last 2 days with the wild card rounds, which I think are great that they're doing the 3-game sets. But I'm amazed that we were able to get sweeps from all of them. I am floored by
Cubs wouldn't have went down like that. Just saying, Cubs wouldn't have went down like that.
Pirates would have lost in 1.
God damn it! I was going to say that for the Cubs. What the hell?
My line?
Yes.
Be witty or mother lucka.
Be faster apparently. No.
I
couple
hear you
things.
pretty fast. Wink, wink. Sorry, I'll stop. Go.
Wow.
Thank you. But
It was a sex
couple,
joke.
It was.
couple things to note from this from the wild card rounds. Number one, the Tampa Bay Rays fandom are just the worst. How in the world in a playoff series you're not able to sell 20,000 tickets for either game against the Texas Rangers? That, and by the way, Tampa is getting a brand new ballpark for $1.3 billion that is being built in St. Petersburg.
Didn't they just
wrap my head around that? No. They still playing the Thunderdome, Josh.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the defense of that team and their fan base, you don't win the years that scandals come out. You know what I mean? Like that is an exhausting and depleting thing for those players to have to defend any sort of friendship they had with a man who is a child pedophile. They were destined to get fucking destroyed. That's my take.
Fair. And especially for a guy that, like, I even came on the show and said was going to be a star, and then just...
I remember the day he signed that 10-year deal, and we were talking about that. Yeah, the Wonder Kid.
I thought that was going to be a bargain and all that stuff, and then that just completely ruined it. So I'm right there with you, but damn, like that's probably one of the biggest disappointments of the year. They won 99 games this year, and then got swept at home, both games with under 20,000 fans. Like that's really tough to swallow. On the other hand, though, this Rangers team is going to be very intriguing to see the rest of the way. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get Scherzer back for a couple games too. So
really?
Yeah, so a lot can still happen in the ALDS part of it to see. And then the rest of the games, I would say Philadelphia probably has the best home field advantage in the playoffs based on that crowd for the last 2 games against the Marlins. Shout out to Joshua Davis, who texted me while I was in Blacksburg this weekend saying that he was at the Marlins game at PNC Park because they were playing the Pirates, and he got to see the Marlins clinch the playoff spot, which was
nice.
Which was big for him because he's a Marlins fan. So that's a pretty cool thing to witness. The Marlins were definitely 2 years too early. They got a young team and they're exciting and stuff, but the Phillies are going to end up playing the Braves in the NLDS this year, and that's going to be a fun series to follow. I actually think whoever wins that is probably going to go to the World Series for the National League, honestly.
I think the reason I like baseball, guys, is because I think what was it? The teams with the top 5 or so highest players all missed the playoffs. Like
with the best players, yeah. Like
Ohtani,
didn't make it.
Well, the Angels, the Yankees. I'm trying to think of the other guys that were on that list. Yeah, just all dumpster fires, Greg. And Josh, here's what I'll say about the Cubs. Still just love their uniforms.
They were frisky.
Listen.
They pissed down their leg at the end of the year, but they were frisky all season. They were in it.
No, Josh, I'll give you credit, man. I did not expect the Cubs to be that good this year, and they held their own pretty well.
Trending up.
It came down to the last week. It came down to the last weekend of the season, but I was very surprised how well they played this year.
And they're gonna sign the best player in baseball in the offseason.
What, you think they're gonna get Ohtani?
I'm still not going to sit here and let Greg just say Otani after the slander we sat through, Josh.
Yeah, that's true.
We fought a battle and we won.
We did
and
win.
We're not the stickball guys.
That's
I would
true.
argue it was more of I would argue it was a war, actually, to be fair. But yeah, I'll give you credit for that. You won the war in this case with
Yeah, that was
stickball.
man. You hated him.
You did.
I did not expect him to live up to the hype, and he did, because he's probably AL MVP this year.
This probably fucking MLB MVP. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the NL MVP too, and he never played him.
Acuna had a 40-70 season. Let's pump the brakes a little.
What
bit,
was his
man.
pitching stats? Didn't think so.
Fair? I'll give you that. Completely fair.
So
how many fucking nukes did he throw?
yeah, throw and hit.
Does he huck? I don't know. What's the deal?
He's got a cannon. He's got a cannon in center field, honestly. So just
Greg.
it's possible.
Okay, shut up. My
Greg.
thing is, I think the Orioles choke.
Yeah, definitely.
They're playing the Rangers, and the Rangers are a team that, like, they spent a shit ton of money last year. They did nothing with it. This year they came in guns a-blazing. They have a very good lineup. That Orioles team is solid, but the Rangers lineup I think is better, and I think their pitching rotation is slightly better too. So I'm kind of with you. I think the Orioles have a lot of young talent, but they're a little too early right now.
Okay,
like
Greg, who wins each series? Houston and
Minnesota.
Thank you.
That's going to be interesting too. Carlos Correa coming back to Houston for a 5-game set. You want to talk frisky? This Minnesota team's frisky, actually. But I will say, in the end, I'll say Houston in 4.
Okay. Rangers and Orioles. You just picked
say
the
Rangers.
Rangers.
Rangers in 4.
The rematch, Phillies and Braves.
That's going to go 5. But I'll say Braves. That lineup is so good.
Let the record
can't-
show
I
I'm
can't go
taking the
against them.
Phillies, so if Greg loses, I win.
Fair.
Okay.
And then do the Dodgers put down the spunky Arizona Diamondbacks?
Yes. I say Dodgers in 3. I think they sweep them.
Okay, so then you've got Dodgers and Braves.
Mm-hmm.
Who wins?
I say Braves in 5.
Okay, Braves in 5.
It's like he's never done a podcast.
No,
I didn't
love
realize.
it.
I didn't realize we were doing like all the way. Sorry.
Every
Don't be
week,
sorry.
every week, Greg starts for the first time, and it's awesome. Every week,
says,
He's
"This
like,
is
this is my
exciting."
first show.
Yeah,
And then
I-
the Battle of Texas, Houston versus the Rangers.
Don't do it to me, Greg.
I'm gonna say Rangers in 7.
Thank God.
Okay, so then you've got Rangers versus Braves for the World Series.
I got Braves in 5.
Oh my God! All right. I can see Philly doing it.
I could too, honestly. That's
If
why I
they
said
get past the
whoever wins
Braves,
that-
it's theirs to lose. No.
This Dodgers team is not that good compared to other years.
Yeah.
Their pitching is not as good, but I can still see them being the D-backs. But man, whoever wins that Phillies Braves series is my favorite for the rest of the season. So,
Okay,
or the rest of the playoffs. Yeah.
sounds good. Anything else you want to say about stickball?
Just that it is October and it is the best time of the year for stickball.
It is.
And
the
that's
best
all.
time. It's the best time of year for sports. Everybody's going. Everybody's going.
Mhm.
How is it not? We're in the.
Will be.
I
Will be
would
going.
say, yeah, soon.
Soon.
Basketball starts up soon.
Yeah, it
is
does.
hockey.
End of the month.
Yeah, but I mean, like when they start is the best. Unless you're saying it's not. I was saying like right this second in time.
Oh
I'm
no,
with you.
but by
October.
the end of October, everybody
Yes.
is going. Yeah.
Yep. There we are. I'm
there,
with you now.
There will be a week in the coming month where there is a sports ball game on every day of the week.
Do you see hockey red zone?
So
That was
You want
cool.
to talk
That's
about
cool.
that? I think
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
interesting. So
I think it's dumb.
I think it's dumb too.
There's only one day it's working.
Well, that's
Right?
First off, that is like let's start there. And here's the other dumb part: the NHL won't start those games 5 minutes apart like the NFL does. They will start all at 7 and then all at 10. They won't split them up, and that's gonna make it even worse. Here's my problem: red zone.
Scott Hansen.
Well, it's got Scott hit. Although,
Yeah.
hang on. Tell me if they got Biz to do it, it wouldn't be fucking electric.
Way better.
It would be
Who's the guy?
awesome.
Isn't it? It's
They got Bucci. They got Bucci
yeah,
to
Booch.
do it.
He's
Oh,
cool. It'd be so much
it's-
better with Biz.
I feel like my voice said it all there. I was like, oh, okay.
Booch is
I
sick.
mean, Bucci like loves hockey. Like he's the
Yeah,
perfect guy to like
it's
do
great.
stuff like.
But-
anything related to this, yeah.
Biz
he-
being like,
Biz just being like, check out the rod on fucking Matthews as he buries it on the PP. Like,
there would be a moment 2 hours in where he'd be like, "This is too much."
yeah,
and he would say that
his
live on
ADD
air.
would just get overwhelmed. And he's like
Keeping track of
fucking
everything, yeah.
microdosing on air and shit. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I love this. I love this concept, but I think my problem with it is that with red zone, like you're tied into when teams are in the red zone.
Yes,
that's when most
Greg!
of those
Well,
things
so
happening.
they're gonna
Like,
show hits, power plays, goals. They're gonna show like more of the game stuff. So like if they have a fight, they'll go to the fight.
so
it's
a
literally
highlight reel then.
100%.
It's
But
not
the
red
only
zone.
the only thing close to it is red zone. There's nothing else close to it.
Because what's cool about red zone is when they go to the game, they don't tell you, hey, Jacksonville just scored a touchdown. We're going to show it to you now. They just go to the game.
They say we're gonna go over to Jacksonville. Something big happened there. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, and then when there's a punt, you lean in because you're like, oh, something cool is about to happen, right? What is that in hockey? Like we're gonna just go to power play to power play to power play, and then if something's in a shootout, we go to that. Like I don't understand.
because here's the other thing too. The power play, like yes, while in theory should lead to a goal, power play is a lot of passing. You know, it's a
Yeah.
lot of setting up. It's a
Fun.
lot of like.
But
yeah,
it's not.
just-
It's not gonna be. It's gonna be. Hey, let's watch this power play for 2 minutes, or back and forth. Like it's gonna be a lot more of the actual game. Which hey, I would rather watch that. I would
Sure.
much rather watch this version of Red Zone. My largest issue is it's just one time. Like
Yeah.
there's never that many hockey. And like if it's switching between 2 games, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind because it's just not gonna be entertaining at all. I would just watch one game.
Yeah,
Well, and
I mean, is it
I
fair to
haven't
say
looked
that
at what
this
the
is just a
lineup is.
test? Is it
Oh,
fair to say
100%.
it's just a test to see like what they can improve on, I guess. But here's the thing. I've been on record numerous times saying that like with hockey in general, they need to like grow their audience in some sort of way because it's a shame that the highest paid player in the NHL only makes $10 million a season. It's kind of bullshit
Yeah.
compared to like all the other
Well,
sports.
is
as
it?
well. I think so because it means that the NHL hasn't done a good job of expanding their reach, which is earning them more revenue, which is putting it back into the players' pockets. 'Cause
But
that's
is it
how that works.
unfair?
Okay, so what I mean that is that it's bullshit that the league hasn't done a good enough job to market the game to get more revenue. I'm saying it from the perspective of when you see all the other sports that have expanded their reach, that's where it's kind of bullshit that they haven't been able to hit that same level of popularity or that same level.
Do you think
of
they should
reach
just
that-
earn the same money in some capacity though? Since they're the
Compared to,
best
like-
at what they do?
compared to the other sports? You mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but they can't do that because they have to be able to. They have to be able to make money somehow. Yeah.
Wow. So you don't think WNBA players should be paid more? Wow.
You twisted that
Fuck you. Fuck
beautifully.
you.
I just roped them along.
Fuck you.
Okay, so here's the part that sucks. 3 of these games contain teams that made the playoffs last year playing each other.
Yeah.
Most of them are out of conference games, which means that they're bullshit games. Nobody gives a fuck. And none of them are rivalry games. What are we showing people here?
Fights and
Hockey.
power plays.
But nobody fights anymore. So
Nope.
power plays? Are you gonna just like put Edmonton on the power play the entire game because they're the most exciting power play? Like the Leafs are gonna dick down the Capitals. The Ducks and Blue Jackets are going to rock fight to a 0-0 tie that leads to a shootout. The Sabres will dick down the Senators. The Lightning and Hurricane will go. Oh no, the Lightning won't have Vasilevsky. The Hurricanes are gonna dick down the Lightning. The Devils will dick down the Canadians. The Stars Penguins game should be good. The Panthers will kill the Sharks. The Avalanche will kill the Islanders. The Kraken will kill the Wings. The Bruins will kill the Hawks. Jets and Blues, the building will implode. The Oilers and Wild's a good game. Canucks and Predators is gonna be like watching paint dry. The Rangers and Flames might kind of be okay. Coyotes and Kings is gonna be a rock fight, and then the Vegas Golden Knights in the last game of the night are going to abuse the Philadelphia Flyers, and I just don't know where this is entertaining at all. Period.
Wait. When you say rock fight, do you mean like they're going to throw rocks at each other, like type fight, or do you mean like they're going to have rocks in their hands and just beat the fuck out of each other with
throw
it?
rocks? Yeah, throw rocks.
Throw rocks.
Greg.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay,
At a
got
glass
it.
house. Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah. Okay.
You got it, Greg.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'd
I mean,
like-
listen, anything they try, I'm like, okay. I would have been more excited had they been like, wait, we want to do the in-season tournament thing too. Like,
Oh, I would love that.
I wish you would have been way more pumped about that versus what ended up transpiring where they're like, no, that's dumb. Wait till the NBA
Here's
makes a
the
lot of money on it.
Here's the thing, though. In terms of innovation, this NBC never did shit like this in terms of trying to like do something new and unique. So I at least give ESPN credit with that regard.
Yeah, because
They're
Bob
at least
Iger
trying.
looked at the fucking bill and he was like, what is the NHL? Why am I paying this much money for nothing that makes me money? Fuck this. I will make 1,000 Ahsokas before I fucking do this again. You better figure it out. Greg Wyshynski.
Call out Craig like that.
Speaking of the NBA, do you guys want to play a game?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds lovely.
I've pulled up our favorite website. Is this emo? Is this band
Oh
emo?
no. Oh no.
Jimmy Butler. Let's find out. Jimmy Butler is not an emo band. What the fuck?
You know why? Because it's a band. It's not solo artists.
Ah,
Yeah, that's the problem.
such a bummer. I just really like Jimmy Butler a lot, and when everybody told me that the Bucks traded for Dame, my brain immediately went into like big brain mode. I was like, no. We got Dame to trade to Miami so we could get Jimmy Butler.
Oh,
That's where
Oh,
my
dude, I
brain
love
went
Jimmy.
immediately. Not the
God,
truth.
dude. It's the entire like just having fun with media days. So good. Because he had the dreads last year. That was funny because everyone believed that one.
Right.
This one obviously funny, but like that's his picture. Like that's what he looks like for media day.
And that was.
I love
Go ahead, Greg.
I love the fun too that like every personality on ESPN had where they replaced their hair with his hair too. It was fucking
Oh,
fun.
so good.
Shit.
I just like the one question. The one brave reporter was like, "What's with the hair?" And he goes, "I'm emo now." Because it's not just the hair; it's the lip
The
piercings, it's the
eyeliner,
eye
the eyebrow
piercing,
piercing,
eye,
yeah.
everything. He did such a great job.
I need a shirt that is a silhouette of Jimmy Butler with the emo hair that says on the back, "I'm emo now."
I'm emo.
I need that in the worst way.
You
Big
need to just
face
get the
copy
haircut, Greg.
gets on that.
I'm emo now.
I said you need to get the haircut.
I gotta grow out the hair first, so we'll see.
I'm emo now. Love it.
That's
am
so
emo now.
good. I think that I saw something the other day that said Jimmy Butler has done more for Pat Riley than Pat Riley has ever done for Jimmy Butler. And I think
Ooh.
that the humanization of the Heat is a big part of that.
Yeah. I love. There's a great picture or a great video where Bam is laughing at Jimmy, and Jimmy's like not breaking, and Tyler Hero looks so awkward.
It's so
He
funny.
looks so concerned. He's like, what is actually happening right now? He's like, I
Oh,
thought
it's
the
so
NBA
good,
was
dude.
gonna be like hanging out with rappers and getting wings and fucking breaking the bubble and shit.
Yeah,
And
here's Jimmy B.
here we
I
are.
think Tyler Hero does that already. In fairness, like away from the team more than likely.
That was so fucking funny.
It's amazing.
Is it strange,
Yeah.
by the way, that we consider the Miami Heat as blue collar? You know, like it just seems
Well,
like
'cause
that
that's how
team
they
in
play.
general.
Well, they don't have a
I get it.
yeah, they're hardest working. They don't really like they had maybe 5 superstars in the history of that team. Like
Yeah,
really?
but it's
Ooh,
fascinating to
okay,
think
man.
that though, you know, because when you think of Miami, you think of like you know the glitz, kind of the glamour and stuff, like a party city and all that. But like when you look at the Heat, it's like they were like polar opposites of that. But then again, Pat Riley has like been notorious about like when you look at Pat Riley, like even when he was a coach, he was like, he had the slick back hair, he
He
had
was a
the
Don.
amazing suits, like he was absolutely that. But like when you get into like his upbringing and stuff, no, he was a blue collar like upbringing motherfucker. So it's
Well,
kind of like
you know the only
it's
reason
fascinating.
he wore the suits was because of L.A.
Yep.
Yeah,
Show
I've
Showtime.
heard that. Yeah. I didn't know about Showtime called that out, but like I heard that that was the reason he
Well,
did it. But he pulled it off so well too.
Isn't that the name of the HBO show?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not crazy.
Okay, so best players in Heat history.
Well, here
go
you
ahead.
have the list.
Yeah.
I want to set the criteria for what I said. Superstars while in Miami.
While in Miami, which that matters a lot because you've got
I would
like
say 5.
Okay, so you've got 5. So Dwayne, LeBron. Who are your other 5, or who are your other 3?
I would say they're a little tough. Shaq, when he was there in 06, was still superstar status.
It was the very end of his prime, but yes, he was a superstar.
Yep. Okay.
I would say that. There aren't many from back in the old day, but I would give probably. It's tough. Glenn Rice back then was kind of ice.
Okay.
And then I would go probably. This is gonna sound sad. Just Chris Bosh.
Okay, so
there's Alonzo Mourning that I would replace Glenn Rice with.
That's the one.
Give me Alonzo over Glenn Rice.
Well, you could say Jimmy too.
Yes. So then I will say, I'll say 6 right now. Then. But
well, hang on. Okay, because you said kind of icy, but you've replaced Glenn Rice with Alonzo Mourning. Okay, so D Wade, LeBron, Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, Jimmy Butler, and Chris Bosh.
Yes.
Sure. Some other notable names: Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
That was kind of like the end of his career, I'd say.
But I would say he's
Ray
borderline.
Allen.
Ray's tough because if without that moment, he's just a guy that jumped out of his own team to go to the team that.
Like Ray grew into a superstar in Milwaukee, became a superstar in Boston, and then in Miami, he was kind of like I don't want to say he was there, but he was like a really good complementary piece.
Gary Payton.
Great defender.
I forgot he was a Heat player. Jeez.
Jermaine O'Neal.
Me.
And I remember more as a Pacer.
My favorite, Chris Anderson. That's a scary motherfucker.
That's close. I'll give you that.
Whether or not he was any good at basketball had nothing to do with it. He was a scary-looking dude.
Do you want to throw Udonis Haslem in there just because, or?
Sure. Do you think Udonis Haslem is a superstar?
No, but he's a Miami legend. So
I said notable names. That's fair. Did you just burp?
I did. Sorry. I tried to cover.
It's his first show. It's his first show.
Yeah, that was.
Very
please never
much
do that again.
Since 2017, we've been doing this fucking show, but yeah, his first show. All right.
I told you. I act like it's my first time every time I come on.
You didn't tell us that. We said that to you.
Yeah.
That's very true.
What planet am I on today? What planet am I on today?
Don't you guys remember when I said, what planet am I on today? That's what you just kind of
said. Is that literally what I just said?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love you, Greg.
Guys, we don't have an offense.
No, we suck ass. We should just quit.
You just want to skip that segment? It's not good.
I mean, there's nothing to talk about, dude. They're going to keep Canada on, and hear me out. The Steelers don't pay coaches to sit on the couch, so he's probably going to be gone in the offseason, which is fine, but then we wasted Kenny Pickett's second year. So.
Yeah, I think it is unrealistic to think that they're going to fire an offensive coordinator in the middle of the season because, quite frankly, any franchise that does something like that, I think is just I don't even know. I can't pick the right word for this yet, but that's just absolutely ruining a franchise if you do that. I understand that the offense isn't working, but at the same time, you can't run an entirely brand new offense and build it out in the middle of the season. That's just not going to work. So,
Greg,
as much as I want to blame Canada, I also have to blame the fact too that there's just parts of this offense that just don't work fully. Even the offensive line isn't good. We're missing receiver.
Greg, can I tell you about a little fan fiction I read today?
That sounds dangerous, but okay.
It is a little dangerous. It's a little dangerous to give you a boner.
Okay. All right. If you hear a knock on the table, that's because why. Go ahead.
Mike Tomlin next Monday announces that Matt Canada has been fired. And then Renegade begins to play, and the sound of a familiar clock tower rings over top of it as Big Ben is announced as the new offensive coordinator.
I didn't realize you listened to footballin'. Okay.
Yeah. He would say, first play, I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There's been some talk. There's been some talk. Aaron Rodgers said that Big Ben could come in and call plays tomorrow. I don't know.
What's more likely to happen? Ben Roethlisberger being offensive coordinator, or Antonio Brown being offensive coordinator?
Well, I mean that's pretty easy. Ben Roethlisberger being offensive coordinator.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I saw that today and it just made me happy in the midst of what has been a intense season being a Steelers fan in a weird territory that they don't really care about pro football here. So every week they come in, they go, "Did the Steelers win?" And I have to then sit there and be like, "Well,
nope.
We might have won the game, but did we really win the game? You know what I mean?"
I'm glad you are at least like aware or self-aware enough to like not lash out when someone asks that, and like right away they're just asking to be polite. They're not
It's tough,
trying to
Greg.
like be addictive. Yeah,
It's tough,
I
Greg.
believe.
It's tough. It's tough. Because most of the time I want to be like, "Fuck now, goddamn Matt Canada out here, run, pass, punt."
Yeah, and I was gonna say too, like when Jeremiah was on the show last week, I could tell he was letting his yinzer fly like crazy because he clearly doesn't do it enough in Colorado.
No,
I'm
you
guessing.
can't let that thing go.
No, cannot. Yeah, so I got home Sunday around 2 o'clock, so I missed the first quarter. But I was watching obviously the rest of the game, and I think the biggest turning point as I'm watching it, by the way, and first of all, getting 16-6, getting close, like chipping back, and then they had a couple 3-and-outs, which was working, just fine. And then they try to go for it on 4th-and-1, and they go shotgun, and they have Najee to the right, and it just completely disintegrates.
Almost like everyone in the building knew where the ball was going, Greg.
Yeah, and Kenny hurts his knee. Although apparently he will be playing for the Ravens game, which is
it was just a sprain.
Bone bruise.
Is it a miracle?
I thought it was because he got sandwiched on that sack.
I'm just saying I don't think Mitch would be that far off.
Not right now.
I mean, at this point, that's completely fair. But no, I loved the aggressiveness, by the way, because I saw on the sidelines, I saw like Tomlin say, "Matt, we're going for it." Like I saw him mouth it out, so like I was like, okay, they're trying to get back in this game, like do something.
That just wasn't going for it.
But like, goddamn, like why the fuck are you doing? Like, and I'd heard the excuse like this week was like because we didn't have the right personnel. Like I saw Freiermuth was hurt, like Dan Moore was hurt, like I know all that, but like, goddamn, man, like they were running the ball pretty effectively for the rest of the game. Like I'm pretty confident they would have been able to get a yard, at least. Like I don't understand the logic in some of this shit. I cannot figure it out to save my life. To me, it is laziness. It is absolute laziness to not be able to try to do new stuff, and it's just, it drives me nuts. And now we're in this like weird scenario where we're sandwiched amongst all these other teams that are 2-2, where it's like we don't even know truly how good this Steelers team is yet.
Oh, I think we do. No idea. They're quite bad.
They're really, really, really bad, Greg.
But I'm comparing.
Think about our wins. We should. I mean, really.
We should be 1-3.
Maybe.
The Raiders almost came back if the Raiders had a real coach, they would have kicked the field goal and tried to stop us, and they probably would have won that because our offense is terrible. The Browns just got beat by our defense because we do have a top 3 defense when it's all said and done. We just suck ass.
Yeah, but that's also saying a lot too that they had 4 backups on the O-line this week, and they had no pressure against the shot. Which, for the record,
Well,
goddamn, CJ Stroud is better than I thought he'd be as a rookie.
yeah, I mean,
Way
so
better.
look at the situation there. D'Amico Ryan brings over the previous passing game coordinator to be his OC. From where? The 49ers. It was the same game. We played the same exact game, except for the Texans have no shiny toys. They just ran the same scheme. It's literally the lack of coaching from our coaches. But but like think about it. 49ers, they take 2 coaches over. You're at the Texans. They're just gonna run the same shit, and we did nothing to change it. It just worked. That's the issue. Like it's fucking pathetic, man. It's exhaustingly pathetic. We suck ass, guys.
Yeah.
Heard, Chef.
Fire everyone. Cut everyone. Keep TJ and Minka.
Yeah, I saw shots.
And Percy.
I almost bought a shirt from Steel City that just said fire everyone on it this week.
Damn it! I almost picked DJ Moore in my parlay. I said a stupid one of Brian Robinson, Jahan Dotson, Cole Kmet, and Justin Fields anytime, and I was switching between Kmet and Moore just scored, boys. So there goes that one.
I'm beyond pissed from this past week. The one week I decided to sit Cole Kmet because I brought in Luke Musgrave. Musgrave got hurt. Musgrave got hurt on the Thursday night game for a concussion, only had 2 points, and then actually not even 2 points, he only had 1 point. And then Cole Kmet had 2 touchdowns this week. I was like, fuck. God damn. That's the football gods not being on my side.
Are they ever on our fucking side, man?
Not
and backup punter was good.
Yeah. Actually, by the way, while I have you two, I'm still in my survivor pool. I'm struggling between the one game I need to pick this week, and my options are either Detroit at home against Carolina or Miami at home against New York. The Giants, to be exact.
Miami at home against the Giants sounds like the most surefire, solidified thing I've ever heard of.
Okay.
Are you saving them for a reason, or?
No, I don't believe in the concept of saving a team for survivor pool, because like for me, it's just like
gotta get there.
You got to get there. Yeah, it's like because the whole idea is survive in advance, and I've gotten to the Final Four at one point. Last year, I got knocked out because of the Jets road win against the Packers, which I feel like knocked out everyone. So it's all about just whatever is there. So I don't believe in the concept of like saving it for 1 week or something, because I think that's just getting too cocky.
Very healthy of you, Greg.
I try, you know.
Oh man!
You want to play a game?
Yeah, let's do it, brother.
All right, let's play a game. All right, the running backs are going to run, which we haven't done this in a while, so that's exciting. They are off. Periodic elements off to an early start. Just throwing it out there now.
The day that this gets picked is going to be it's
I don't know, man. I honestly don't even want to do it right now. I hope it loses.
Oh, I was kind of hoping this one would win. Anti-draft.
Oh, nice.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna spin the wheel.
Nice.
And whoever gets picked by the wheel is the person who has to go away.
And the other two pick the draft, right?
Yes, correct.
Nice. I couldn't remember how we did that one before.
Spinning. Oh, baby. Hey, Greg.
What?
Take a hike.
What?
Take the earplugs out.
Okay, well, hear me out.
Yeah.
My phone is right here, so how is she gonna tell me that I'm good to come back?
Well, if you take
count to 45.
Yeah, I don't know. Do something.
All right, cool.
Leave and count to 4. Get the fuck away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Stop being go away. Fucking walk.
Leave.
You dumb fuck.
What?
Get the go.
I can't hear you. What?
Hold on, I'm kicking him out of this.
Actually, hang on.
Greg,
Let's just
I'm
text.
so
Let's just
fucking-
text. Me and you text.
No.
Me and you text.
I'm fucking so mad at him right now. That is such a dickhead thing to do.
Let's just
That
text.
is so infuriating. See, he heard that. You little
Oh, he
fucking
did
bitch.
hear it.
You heard
He
that, you
did
little
hear
fucking
it.
asshole. Yeah.
He did hear
He said,
it.
"What? I
I
can't
think
hear
we
you."
should still
Yeah.
probably text because he can probably hear wherever he is.
I do feel bad about being mean, but I knew he heard us.
Yeah, he definitely heard us. He just didn't want to be the one that didn't know again.
He said, "Well, I can't hear you. I can't hear you." Sorry, it's my first podcast, Greg. This is great podcasting.
So I sent Derek this.
I don't know what that means.
Oh shit.
That the last time we did this was like a year ago.
Oh, the one we did originally on him.
That's when the no, he'll
Okay,
know.
all
He'll
right,
know.
he'll
He'll
know.
know.
All
That's a
right,
good
all
idea,
right,
though.
all right.
That's a good idea.
Um,
Oh, I got one.
Okay. Okay, Derek's gonna text it to me because we can't trust Greg. We're waiting.
This one might be thin.
Oh.
Like it might be kind of thin though, but I can think of like 4. That's the problem off the top of head.
Yeah, I think I
So
could
let's
get
leave
through.
that one.
Okay, you don't want to do that one,
Yeah.
or you
Well,
want to
my
do
thing
that
is
one?
we can just talk about how that one's funny.
Okay. So here's what we're going with: situations that the alert noise from our phones would be funny.
No, wait, we are.
Oh, I thought that's what you just agreed on.
No. I had just said we can leave that one off.
Okay. What if we did? Oh. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
The official pick: animals that are terrible are terrible sports mascots. Okay.
Do you think he's gonna come back now that he's all mad at us?
Hang on.
Everybody, I can't hear you.
Everybody, take your headphones off. Greg.
I can't hear you.
Greg, come back.
Greg.
Greg.
I know for a fact he's out there. 1, 2.
Yep.
44.
He's like really counting it out.
44 and a half.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like the first one too, but that's a good one. Okay.
I like it too. My thing is like, we can just talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good now. Jag off.
I was in my kitchen.
No, that's what you get for being. That's what you get for being a dick.
I was in my kitchen, and all of a sudden, I just heard like egg, like
Yep.
just faintly, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm good.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you deserved what I said?
What did you say?
Look at this guy, little character actor, little method actor.
What did you say?
Oh, stop.
No, seriously, like, what did you say?
Why did you get up?
Because like you were like shooing me away and stuff like that. I'm like, fine, I'll make you happy. So that's
all right. Let's do it.
All right. Greg, Derek and I are going first. And this is you're gonna have to guess what the draft is, right? But as you're going,
while I'm participating,
yeah, make your picks and kind of give some guesses as to what it might be.
Got it.
What you think is going on.
You got it.
Okay.
Bud.
Yeah. Okay. Derek, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay, go ahead. Oh. Okay, I'm up.
Jesus, guys, we got to do this.
It's not a good show today. All right, here we go. My first pick is a wombat.
That's a good.
I think it's pretty good.
That's a good one. Yeah, there's a couple I have in there.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good one. Wombat off the board. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the stink bugs.
Oh, that's a great pull.
Yeah. I think it's a double one. Greg, now that you've been through 2 picks, thoughts?
So right off the bat, like I've only heard wombats. I think like some sort of TV show I watched that had this as like a mascot. So like that's all I can think of with wombat, and I hate stink bugs. So this is not. That's all I can think of. So all I can think of now is, and because of the fact that these things are annoying me, I'll go spotted lanternfly as a pick.
I don't hate it. I think it's a little niche, Josh. It's a little niche. I like it.
That basically fits me perfectly as niche.
Doesn't fit the draft, maybe though.
Yeah, we'll see. By the way, Deke, how was your experience being home with the spotted lanternfly infestation?
I killed my body in weight. I think
That's
I
good.
destroyed 200 and 217.
Yeah,
lanternflies.
they're annoying.
Yeah, I was just jumping from fly to fly. It was disgusting. Being downtown was disturbing.
My next pick is the jellyfish.
That's an interesting one. We
think
will dive into that.
There's
I love
parts
it.
of that are cool, but then there's other parts of it that you're just like, yeah, what the fuck?
Yep. I'm gonna steal one that I'm assuming you're mad at about, Josh.
Okay.
I will take the pigeon.
I don't even know what it is, but I
will
love it.
take the pigeon.
You know what? It's kind of like when I didn't take Golden Tee in the stand-up draft. That's just not cool, man. It's just not cool. Not cool, man.
I knew it.
Yep. Not cool. Fuck.
Greg, thoughts? That was a steal.
Okay, now I'm thinking of like animals that have certain traits that you hate, I guess. So based on that, I'm gonna go fire ants.
I don't like that at all. I don't.
There's particular thing that I think the fire ant works really well for.
Yes. Yeah. That's niche, but the other way.
Yeah.
It would. Yeah.
It would be fire.
Yes.
It would be fire.
It would be.
It would be fire.
Literally in the name, yes.
You could make that one work for the draft, and so that's where I'm like, I don't know.
Okay.
Give me a sea urchin.
Yeah, they don't do much, man.
Nah. They're just like a black blob with spikes. Like, what does that do for anybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Delicacy. Interesting.
Sure.
Never had sea urchin.
Now I'm starting to wonder how many of the actual ones are delicacies. I've never thought of that before.
We can talk about that after.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's a fun one. That's a fun one.
Okay.
That's a fun one. I'm up. I'm trying to broaden it because we could go heavy into one category here, and I think it's funner to.
I got to pivot away from the ocean. I'm stuck in the ocean.
You're really lined up there.
I like the ocean ones.
I'm gonna do. There's some that I'm thinking, and when I think of the name, I'm like, oh no, actually, that's close to this, which is this. You know, let's throw it out there. I think this one. I think it fits.
Okay.
Maybe there is one with it. Now I'm getting in my own head. So I'm gonna go a little simpler route. I'm gonna go a nice is larva?
Yeah.
Do I have to get okay?
Oh
well,
no,
I
think you do actually, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, because larva just means like
the thing.
Yeah.
It's not an animal per se.
Right.
That's where my head was dancing around there.
What if Greg didn't know that part of it was animal? Like, what if like you just told him that it was animal? Like, what if he was like dinner plate? Like,
we did bring up delicacy, so
since we're going interesting, since we're going the actual name, there was no way this would fall into the category. Give me the daddy long leg.
Ooh.
There is no way that would fall. You can't convince me that would be there.
No, because like the broader version is awesome.
Yes, but
specifically,
version, yep, that one's not getting picked up.
Yeah.
I'm with you though.
There's a particular thing that I think that could happen in, and I'll tell you when we're done.
Okay. I'm thinking. Here's a hint, Greg. I'm thinking decorum, Josh. That's where I'm at with that name. I played Khalil Herbert over Alexander Madison. He just had a great run. Big day.
That's great. Greg?
decorum. Jesus Christ.
There's your clue, buddy.
Did you know Daddy Longlegs actually called the cellar spider?
That's got to be a nickname for it, or is Daddy Longleg the nickname?
Daddy Longlegs the nickname.
See, that's okay. So,
Dude, they
when
have
you
a
say
lot of names.
Yeah.
when you say cellar spider, that kind of like that goes into a different mindset for me, which is the pick I'll go and I'll say I don't even know the proper name of it.
Well,
but
we're
what's
just
the name of,
naming. We're just like literally Josh Googled Daddy Longleg and the
Right.
name came up.
Okay.
We're not. He's not. He doesn't work for Wall Street.
Oh geez. Oh my God, decorum with you say pigeon. I'm gonna guess. I don't know. I'll go seagull.
Oh, bad
That
pick.
I think, yeah, that's a bad
Bad
one.
pick.
That's a bad one.
Oh,
I
fucking
would bet
Christ.
my life that there's something out there.
I know there is. I
Really?
know for
Okay.
a fact.
So, fucking something out there. What?
I know for a fact.
I know. Yeah, I feel that's a Greg. You're losing the plot here a little bit, bud. And what the absolute fuck does a seagull have to do about decorum?
I don't know. I was thinking pigeon, and then I started thinking of birds with wings, and then birds in general.
All
and
birds
then
have
like,
wings, you jag
All
off.
birds have wings. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. I personally have a vendetta against these things, but I think that it would be dumb. A marmot.
I think there are things close to that have to be, but at the same time, I've never heard that one.
What do you have against a marmot
Ooh,
exactly?
You know what I mean,
interesting.
Josh? I think that's
Are
a
there?
great answer. Well, there's one that's close that I won't be picking because I think.
Interesting.
But a marmot is a marmot. A marmot is a marmot, right? There's no
Groundhog.
a marmot's a marmot.
Groundhog. It's a big
Well, a
groundhog.
Yeah, but it's a marmot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a marmot is a marmot.
Yeah. I mean, it's
A
a
marmot-
groundhog, but yeah.
It's a large ground squirrel.
Yeah. But they're bigger than
So wait.
groundhogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
wait. So wait. Would you just take squirrels then?
No,
No, he
I'm
took
taking a marmot.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Come on,
I don't
Greg,
want
stay with
all squirrels.
it. Yeah, come on, Greg.
No.
I don't
Wait,
think
what do
you know
have
what? I
as a-
don't think I would even take all squirrels if that was the
No.
offer. I don't think I'm doing that. That seems
No, I wouldn't want. I don't want that.
I
in my
don't think
camp.
I want that on my conscience that I'm
No.
taking all squirrels. That feels
There's
fucked up.
Not a chance.
Cuz I could see a situation where that actually works.
Yeah.
Especially at a certain level. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I think it all works.
There's somewhere out there that works.
Yeah.
Marmot off the board. Feeling good here. There's just no way. There's just no way. I have to make sure this is an actual name of it. I apologize. Yeah. Give me an angelfish. Give me an angelfish. There's no way.
You know what though? The colors.
Yeah, but there's so many colors like that out there.
True.
And decorum, you know?
Again, back to decorum. Although the scales with those colors, pretty tight. Pretty tight.
What other scales? So you like the fish, how the fish looks? That doesn't mean it's gonna be.
Yeah, I like how the fish looks.
Okay, it's.
I can get behind, I'm already piecing that together in my head where I'm kind of like, it's pretty tight.
No,
It's pretty tight.
Greg, you're up. I'm not gonna entertain that slander anymore.
I'm so freaking lost.
What are you thinking, Greg?
I have no idea anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
No.
For all you know, we're just picking animals at this point.
He's like Joe
Essentially,
Manganiello and
yes.
Chris Pratt. I don't know.
I won't go that far. I'll say I'll go starfish.
Okay, you're getting closer. You're getting back into it.
Yeah.
Your last two were a
Yeah.
little tough. Last two were a little tough.
Okay, I appreciate that. Oh, I have no guesses
It's
on
tough
what this
because
is.
number 2 would be sick. Number 3 I know exists. Is part of the problem. Stupid animals. No, it's not stupid animals.
So the intent of the draft. That's a great pick, Greg. I have found a very funny picture.
Oh no.
That
Of
Sorry,
what?
Josh, you were up. Of I can't tell you yet.
Oh Jesus.
Turkeys.
Oh,
And I know that technically exists, but fuck a turkey. That's the dumbest bird on the planet.
I don't think that exists.
It does.
Well,
it's hard to talk about this without giving it away.
Yeah, don't then.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Yep, there's shout out the state I'm in.
Why?
Shout out the state I'm in, Josh. That's all I'll say. Not the mental state, the physical state.
Yeah.
But the integrity of the draft, it is still a correct pick.
Okay, give it to me.
That is not your fault. Oh no, I'm talking about Turkey.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shut up. Yeah. But
Yep.
the integrity of the draft, it's still a great pick.
It's still a great pick. In theory, you could pick any number of things that actually exist to just say it's stupid.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go. Trying to think of one that is just tough. Stick bug. I want stink bug and stick bug. You look like you don't know what a stick bug is, Josh.
Stick bug. I don't think I know what a stick bug is.
Also known as a phasmid. A walking stick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What?
Walking stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I, before
Known
Greg's...
for its camouflage.
Can I fire off a couple before Greg does his final that I think would actually be good picks?
That would be good picks?
Not for him to pick, but picks that, like, he should not pick because they're fucking awesome.
Oh, so picks that would lose us this draft.
Yes.
Let's go back
Oh
and
my
forth.
God.
Okay. Shrimp.
You think that's a...
I think it's a great pick.
Okay, hold on. We are naming things that would win him the draft or lose him the draft.
Lose him the draft.
And you think that name right there... Do you see where I'm at?
Let me
You think
pivot.
that's a
Let me
good name
let
for
me
the
take a
topic?
slight pivot to Crawdad.
You think that is a good
All right.
name?
Okay.
No.
Okay,
I'm trying to
okay,
understand.
okay.
I'm trying to understand what you
I'm
would
just
like
saying
for
if
that to be your name.
Shrimp came out, I would be like, that's pretty cool. That's original.
Got it. I'm with you now. That was such a bad pick that I assumed you meant it as a bad pick, but you... I would say my good one. I would say I'm trying to think of one that's like not an actual one. I'd say eel. Electric eel.
See, I 100% agree, and I'm surprised it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I feel like it might, but decorum maybe.
Yeah, decorum maybe. Flamingo.
That has to. That's a great one. Great one.
Decorum alone is just on
Yeah.
point.
Great one. 2023. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll do one more and then we'll let Greg
Yeah.
go. I will say, prairie dogs, baby. We got that dog.
I think in 2023 that works really
Yeah,
well.
It does. Yeah, it does.
I especially think that works for a particular sect of things. Yes.
All right, Greg.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
I have no fucking clue. This won't win me the draft, but I might as well just say it because it's an animal and it's on my brain right now. I'll say peacock.
Bad pick. Bad pick.
I figured.
Terrible
fly.
pick.
Greg, what do you think it is?
Jesus Christ, it's some sort of animal.
Yes.
I know that for sure. That's the best I can do.
Well, you got that one.
Yeah. Fuck, you're picking like wombats and stink bugs and like all this shit. Like I was thinking like what, like least intimidating mascot, like least intimidating, like or like most annoying like mascot or something. I don't fucking know. Like
Tell
what?
us where you got to the mascot portion.
Yeah.
When you said wombat, like the only time I'd ever heard wombat is like it's like some. I don't know if it
There's
was a
no way
cartoon.
the first pick made you think of mascot.
He did
No,
say
no,
it
no,
early,
seriously.
though.
No,
He
no,
said
like
mascot?
Yeah.
yeah,
That's. I
wombat.
texted you.
Yeah, but I thought it was just because he was getting close.
Oh, no.
No.
Got it.
No, wombat. The only time I've ever heard wombat was literally like as a mascot or like something from a cartoon or TV show. I remember. So like that's where my mind
Shit.
was. And then you said stink bug, and I'm like, what the?
Oh, bye,
And I'm
Greg.
like, what the? And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? So like, yeah. So I had no idea. I had no idea.
The draft category was animals that are terrible mascots, sports mascots.
Good job, Greg.
You
So that's why
successfully
seagull
did
and
it.
seagulls, fire ants is kind of sick.
So,
Like,
can you imagine?
God.
Like
The
the
fighting
fucking,
fire
if
ants,
they're like
maybe?
red helmets with a black
Yeah.
ant like head logo on it with the pincers. That's fucking tight. That's
Cannot.
I
fucking
think there
tight.
was. I think there was an NBA D League team that was the Fire Ants. Actually,
Yeah.
now that I think about
Also,
Uh,
the California Gulls or the Anaheim Gulls are the AHL team of the Ducks.
that is also correct. Yes, and Peacock would be a cool mascot too.
Would be.
Fuck!
May I step away for this one, Josh?
Yeah.
Or do you want to
What?
step away for the next draft?
Oh,
can do
you
one
want to
more.
do another one? Okay,
Yeah,
hang
we
on.
can
I
do
have
one more.
I have a couple more things.
Oh yeah.
Daddy Longlegs, I feel is like a Japanese baseball team. Just saying.
They're just like pointless.
Yeah.
Small fangs, big
Yeah.
legs, don't make sense. I don't hate it.
Tell me
That'd be funny.
that an NIA school or like a D3 school aren't the Slippery Rock Squirrels.
Oh, there's definitely a fighting. There's a AA baseball team that's called the Fighting Squirrels.
We go
Right.
nuts, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I thought Prairie Dogs is like an ACC throwaway school
Yeah.
that you didn't know existed 4 years ago.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
I was scared to pick them because
Like,
I was like, yeah.
Tennessee Martin, fucking Prairie Dog sounds great.
Yep.
And then the Angelfish, but like imagine if the Oregon
So-
Ducks were the Angelfish.
Yeah, but nobody would ever make that their thing.
I know,
But the
but-
color, I'm with you. Bad mask. And the other side of it is look at all these animals and tell me at a game, you have that animal as your mask. Like I understand it wears a head and it's a human inside it. All of these as a mascot at a game.
Oh,
Like where they have Uga.
well,
Like,
and
could
so-
you imagine trying to find a daddy long leg in that state? Like we fucking lost Gus, the daddy long leg. Like who has
You're not even-
Gus?
you're not
No,
even-
shit, we squashed Gus again.
They have a starfish just in their hand and
Yeah.
it just dies. Oh man!
Every year, every game, they kill a new starfish. That was the one thing with Turkey because Virginia Tech.
yes.
Oh Jesus! I had a moment this weekend where someone actually explained to me like the purpose of the mascot, and it's because Virginia Tech was originally the Fighting Gobblers.
Yeah,
Aren't
Yeah.
they Hokies?
yeah.
No, that's what they are now, but originally
Got it.
they were the Fighting Gobblers, and then they changed it to Hokies.
I still think that's
Nice.
dumb. And I couldn't pick a flyer because it's not an animal, but flyers are fucking stupid. All right, I'll step away. You guys can do this one.
I just asked him if I could step away, and he said, "Yeah."
I think he's the only one that hasn't been a part of this yet, so he wants to.
I know,
Do
but
it?
he said, "Why would he say yeah then?"
I don't know. It's a good question.
So Greg, think about it just like something that is kind of fun, but like names he would get, but a little out there. So like the chicken one was good because it was like, who would you put on your shoulder? what do you want to do? Let's start with like an overarching category. Do you want to do like movies, people? Is there anything you're thinking of?
It would be kind of a dick move to do a movie thing that he doesn't know because he is such a movie guy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be something movie.
We
Just
could
like
do I'm trying to think of something. I want it to be broad that it can be men and women,
okay.
but it needs to be like somewhat kind of silly, funny, fun.
Yeah, yeah. Who would it be like? What if we like replaced? What if we replaced like a famous role with another person?
Yes.
Or like and it would work maybe, or like it would be something that would fit. I just don't know what role maybe that would like work or would be kind of fun, you know?
What if we did real life like real life concepts? So for example,
Okay.
I named Rudy, but the overarching thing was like real life characters and this actor should represent. So like Bradley Cooper, real life people. That's a little tough. That's tough.
Yeah, it is. It is. It
Hold
is.
What if it was people to replace Voldemort and Harry Potter? Actors.
Oh my god.
Actors who could replace Voldemort and Harry Potter.
Actors or actresses too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
okay.
let's say okay. So the thing, he's gonna hate us. The thing is, Voldemort is because I want it to be funny. Like I want it to be like a funny character too. Is there a character like Voldemort that we could replace?
Oh damn. In terms of funny,
I know that's the
no,
only tough thing.
yeah, that's the problem. Like, damn, like Voldemort would be such a great pull, and it would throw him off.
What about
I mean,
famous families that could play in The Incredibles, or like famous families that should have movies about them? Famous.
no, because then he'll catch on with the
Yeah, he'll
family
just
thing
start
too
naming families.
quickly.
That's a really good
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Mm, the Voldemort thing would be great, but like, yeah, I feel
It's a
like it's
tough
gonna.
one.
It really is, yeah. I like where your head's at though, with like an actor or actress to replace a famous role, but I don't know like which role we would replace. We could do Scarface. Be kind of a cop
Yes.
out
Yeah. No. Actors and actresses to replace him in Scarface.
to replace Al Pacino. Okay,
Yeah.
I like it.
And
I like
here's the thing: it's supposed like, yeah, yeah. Hey, shut up! Stop, Bean. Shut up. All right, actors or actresses to replace De Niro and Scarface. Do we want to be serious about it? Like, because you know what I mean? He's going to be like, well, you guys picked Anna Kendrick and she wouldn't be good at that. How about this? How about this? Actors or actresses to replace Robert De Niro as Scarface in an SNL parody skit.
Pacino, and I like it. Okay,
What did I say?
I
De
like
Niro?
it.
Yeah, Pacino.
You said De Niro. Well, I
So
mean, they're interchangeable. Yeah, at this point.
They're doing an SNL parody of it.
Okay.
Who's so like famous voice act like yeah.
Fame, like even if they're like have never been on SNL or like famous SNL people, but like someone that would be a great Scarface on SNL
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
I enjoy this one.
That took a while, but I like this.
Because for me, the SNL parody aspect means that it's gonna be somebody that has like a very specific voice and like is funny and because like for me here, I'll say this like Will Ferrell would not be a good pick for this. So like that's where I'm at. But there's a bunch of other people that are like direct and straight. Right.
Yeah, I am probably gonna pick people, even if they were never cast members, people that have like been on SNL for a while.
We could just do people that would make SNL hosts, but I like the Scarface thing.
Yeah, no, like because like right off the top, I'm thinking of like guys that have like hosted SNL for like have been on it for a long time and stuff. That would be really good.
Yep,
that would be hilarious in it.
Yeah. All right, we're sticking with that. Here he comes.
All right, I like it.
Oh God. Okay. Anti-draft. I don't know what's going on. Greg and Derek do. Let's do this.
Greg, you are going to go first, my good man.
Okay. All right. So this is a little bit of a pull, but hear me out.
Oh,
I think
Greg's starting with a fucking rando to start.
Yep.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I think he could pull this off very well. Steve Martin.
Okay. Comedy
I
legend,
think
icon.
Not in my wheelhouse. Not around my pick. Great pick.
I think
Okay.
he could pull it off. Just
I-
based on
Yep.
just based on his range, I think he can pull it off.
Steve Martin has range, comedy range. Has Steve Martin ever done anything serious? Ooh.
Have you
Okay.
seen Cheaper by the Dozen?
Great point.
I mean, have
Thank
you seen The Jerk? Come on, like that was range.
All right. Deke, you're up.
I like it, Greg. I think here's what I'll say.
Steve Martin.
That's a little safer.
Okay,
than what I
fair,
want,
fair.
He thought
but-
that was a poll.
Oh, it's a great 101.
Okay.
And so it's a great 101 once you start thinking about it. I'm going to go separate route, Greg. I'm
Okay,
going to go with somebody that I think is going to confuse him, but somebody that's great. Give me Aubrey
Okay.
Plaza.
Okay.
Oh my god!
So you took my wife as your 1-1.
Oh my!
I think that's a weird
Yes.
move for I
Tell me,
don't know
Greg.
what this is. It's like, is this
Tell me,
people
Greg.
Josh would sleep with? I don't know. Like,
Oh.
you know.
Tell me that's
Oh
not
my
the that's not a real. I have a couple written down. That's my
I-
favorite one.
Oh my god! I would 100%.
That's my
I would
101.
100%. I would say I would absolutely buy that. 100% buy that.
Okay.
That'd be incredible.
So we've got Steve Martin, Aubrey Plaza. We've talked about an actor with range, but they are comedy based. Give me Adam Sandler.
So, yes, because it's him.
Right.
I think he could do it. I think he could
Yeah,
do it.
I don't think it's a bad pick. I think that it's a very good pick. I think that if I
Safe.
would have thought he was here, for a fucking fact.
Yeah, you would have been on the table. Absolutely.
Was he
Sandler
on
would
my
have been
list?
your
Yes.
1-1 if you thought that was the right pick.
Not a
Yeah.
bad pick though.
Okay. All right. Okay. Greg?
Maybe this is my bias towards it kind of settling in, but goddamn, I feel like he can pull off I could think he'd be so dumb but so great at it. Give me Rodney Dangerfield.
Yes, 100%. That is the
Yes.
antithesis of this draft.
Oh my god, in terms of like
Adding his own little thing to it.
oh my god, it would be like just a complete like oh god,
Yep.
completely unlike what we were expecting, and just like pushing it out there. Goddamn, I would kill to see that.
I am going to go with somebody that would add their own flair to it and would probably add their signature line. Give me Samuel Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god. I mean, come on. We already seen
Close,
roles
right?
that he's done. Very close. Extremely close. Don't get me wrong, but this would be damn near close. I'll give you that.
Josh, thoughts?
Okay, so the catchphrase line is sticking out to me.
Oh,
Okay.
I just meant that we would get his. He would say.
The aura would be.
He would say
very strong.
"motherfuckers" is more where I'm at,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
But also, I think that's important, right? Because like whatever this is, saying "motherfucker" is a divergence from what we're expecting from this. I'm gonna assume it's a character. They're playing a character.
I'm not. We're not saying it.
It's
Yeah,
like-
I just want him to say "motherfucker."
I don't know. It's like
Yeah, really.
actors that could play Santa Claus is like where my brain is right now. Maybe. I'm going Jim Carrey.
Again, that fits into
That's like
a
around
good
where we are.
category.
Yeah.
No. That's you have a respectable. I don't think you're gonna have a bad pick. It's just
No.
gonna come down to you're gonna have a million better picks when you hear the prompt.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
But I do
This
think
is-
that's up there.
This is an interest. That's an interesting pick, actually, and
Yeah.
I could totally see. I could totally see the spin on it as well. That would be interesting to see.
Yes, yeah.
hmm
Greg.
in terms of like his own spin on it, I gotta go Chris Farley.
Okay.
That feels like that's not the right pick. Like just
I-
solely based
in
on the
terms
people
of-
on this board.
In terms of the category,
It's
I'm
the right
telling you,
pick.
it is. You cannot go wrong with this in terms of just like
That's a
their
great pick.
take on it. In terms of their take on it. In terms of the ability to be able to make some gold with it. Come on.
I think
Come
that's a
on.
great pick.
The motherfucker was a Chippendale dancer and he made it work. How can he not like?
Oh my
this?
God, is this hosts of Red Zone?
No.
No? Okay.
Why-
Because all
why
of these
in the-
would be awesome hosts of Red Zone.
I would hate Red Zone if Steve Martin hosted it. I have to be honest.
Oh, I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it'd be funny. I think it'd be very funny.
Good, nice try though.
Okay,
Good pull, good
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
pull.
I'm imagining Aubrey Plaza as the host of Red Zone in my
Yeah,
head. And
that's-
that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Mr. John Mulaney.
Oh, I love John.
Wow. The body, maybe.
Body.
I could see it.
He's laughing
Maybe?
really hard.
Maybe.
Just Greg go with the body.
The body?
Yeah, no,
I
I think that once it's all said and done, and we get through this draft, we'll talk about, and I'm a
Yeah, I
big
can see
fan
it.
of that situation.
That's. I would absolutely watch. I
Oh
would.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, 100% would. Yeah.
The body. Jane Lynch.
They have the same body.
Yeah.
Yeah, the body is real.
That is right now your weakest pick.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
I love
yeah.
Jane Lynch. That sucks. I love Jane Lynch. She can do
I do
anything
too.
in my
I do
brain.
too.
I don't think she has that range, unfortunately.
It wouldn't be bad.
It
I'm just telling you,
wouldn't.
there's gonna yeah.
It'd be an interesting take. I'll give you that. Very interesting.
Greg.
I'm trying to think of some other like off the wall ones, but it's messing with me.
I got a good one next.
I'm not surprised at all. I feel like
Josh wrote
Man.
John Manley.
this would be just like this would be so strange, man. But
John Manley.
but Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
I think
The
he-
complete
man,
flip, it would work.
I think it could work.
Yeah,
I think
I don't
it
hate
could.
it.
Man, I'm telling. There is absolutely something there that can make that work. I bet.
So Michael B. Jordan has comedy chops, but is not known for comedy. Something about the body of John Mulaney makes this questionable. Greg has picked bigger people: Rodney Dangerfield, Chris Farley, Michael B. Jordan. Not that Michael B. Jordan's fat, but he's large.
He's big. Yeah. He's
You've
best in shape
picked
on here.
Aubrey Plaza, who has probably a similar body to John Mulaney and Jane Lynch in the sense that, like, tall, lanky.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson's a wild card, but he can do anything. And then John Mulaney, who's very dry, sarcastic. So is Steve Martin. Okay. What's your fourth pick?
Josh, you picked the wrong Lynch. Give me Marshawn.
Oh my god!
I mean, again, this is not helping me. He can do anything.
Give me Marshawn.
Oh Jesus Christ! I would.
Yep.
I don't know. I would. I would.
I'd
Yep.
tune in no matter what. Did you see him interview the
Million times
Amish
over.
people? It was
Million
fucking
times.
incredible.
A million times over.
Doesn't matter
yeah.
what he's doing.
Oh, in freaking incredible. In freaking incredible. Yes. 100%. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that pick.
100% yes.
Stephen Colbert.
Yes. I
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
yes,
I like
yes.
that. I like that one.
100% Yes. Oh my god, that'd be incredible.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I could see him doing something with that. Yes. 100%.
Greg?
Final pick. Headed into this, they are taking over something that is well established, that has to have comedy chops. And
Well,
okay. No, like technically, due to the description, he's not incorrect.
and
I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that.
and I'm wondering now if it's not. Are we starting to veer towards like late night host or some type of like Jeopardy host or something like that? Okay, Greg, give me your fifth pick.
This one's gonna be dumb, but I know he technically has the chops, and I feel like this would just be so outlandish. But LeBron James.
I mean, yes, he's very funny. Okay.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I
is.
would give him a shot.
I think he could do it.
I would give him a shot.
I think he could do it.
If Marshawn can do it, LeBron can do it. Not saying that Marshawn couldn't do it, whatever it is, but like
a bit aggressive.
You'll know the difference.
Okay,
You'll get
all
it.
right.
My
you'll know
last
the
pick.
difference,
I want someone with acting chops. I want someone with Shakespearean background. Give me Patrick Stewart.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I believe that's Sir Patrick Stewart, is it not?
Fuck
It
yeah, it is, baby.
Yes, sir. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You know what? His take would be fascinating.
Yes, that's where I'm at with it.
Really would. Yeah, I'll give you that.
All right, I'm going to read off a couple that I'm not taking with my final pick, but that I thought as I was like going, I was like listing them in my head. Johnny Knoxville. No? Okay.
Nah.
Mike Myers. Will Ferrell. Post Malone. And then I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers.
Hate that.
That's fine. I don't
hate
care.
that
I love
so
Aaron
much. I
Rodgers.
hate that. That's a tough one.
I just
last thoughts on the category. Josh.
Last thoughts on the category. I think it's like
he does not have Prime still, Sid. I don't think. Sid his wife wants to know if Greg still doesn't have Prime.
Oh, definitely.
I do not have Prime. Don't have Prime.
I think it's like I'm gonna say like people to host Jeopardy. That's gonna
not
be my guess.
No, not
the
a terrible
category
one.
was people to play Scarface in an SNL parody.
How is Aaron Rodgers not a good pick for that?
That's a terrible pick.
Oh, just like a super laid back Scarface is like, all right, come get me.
I would never watch
No,
that.
that's not
the
my little
grossest thing
friend.
ever.
All
right.
That's why LeBron James, I was like, maybe, but Marshawn fucking
Marshawn
absolutely.
Lynch's
Marshawn would be
Scarface is
incredible.
fucking incredible.
Some motherfuckers.
In a whole movie. Fuck the SNL skit. Just be like that when the FBI starts to break into his house to be like, oh shit. And he runs up to the bathroom.
That's
You
why
don't
like
even
Jim
need to
Carrey
do
would
that.
be funny in the Sandman.
Yes.
They're just such defined for their character. But like at the same time, John Mulaney as Scarface is a fucking because he has a piercing voice and he's weird.
Hilarious to hear
Yeah.
John Mulaney as Scarface. Rodney Dangerfield, I understand. Steve Martin, I think, is kind of weak, to be honest with you.
Greg was very SNL.
I was SNL heavy at the start, so
Chris Farley is, yes, absolutely, like yelling and screaming. Michael B. Jordan would just be like legitimate. Like that's not
So
even
he would be
like-
the one where you're like Aaron Rodgers would be laid back. Michael B. Jordan would be laid back, but it's like I would lick his ass.
Michael B.
Yeah.
Jordan. Like, come on.
I do coke off his penis.
I would like
alright.
I would like LeBron. I also
You're welcome, Sid.
I think Patrick Stewart being Scarface as Patrick Stewart though. Like
Yeah.
I don't want him to get into character. I just want him to be himself doing
Say
it.
hello to my little friend.
Aubrey Plaza would be fucking awesome.
that was my
That's
1-1.
perfect,
That
yeah.
was my 1-1.
That was
Samuel Jackson would be
incredible.
awesome too. I'm just Aubrey Plaza would be fucking tight as
It would be,
Scarface.
she's my perfect, like, if I rewrote Scarface, she would be.
And she's Puerto Rican, so she could pull off the
Yep.
accent and everything. Like
Yep.
Adam Sandler. Say hello to my little
Sandman.
friend.
Yeah, that's where if he does like a voice a character, it's
Yeah.
great. Which he would.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, I see where Jane Lynch maybe doesn't fall into that
She wouldn't be bad. I just know that you're
No.
thinking of a million guys that would be better right now.
I don't think Stephen
be-
Colbert's a good pick for that either.
No, Stephen Colbert's a great
I think
pick
it'd
for
be
that.
funny.
Absolutely
He'd
great
be kind of
pick.
he'd be quirky, John Mulaney quirky.
It would be like
Mhm.
if a giant nerd was Scarface, I guess. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know.
Josh, DJ Moore already has 30 points on you.
Holy shit.
He has 5 catches, 137 yards, and 2 touchdowns right now.
Justin Fields, baby.
Great show, boys.
Yeah, not really though.
Oh, shut up! It was good.
I liked it.
We had
except
some bad takes early.
That's when you know it's good, though.
Okay. You say so.
Next week, Josh is out. He's going to the American Cornhole League.
That's right.
And then we'll play some Jeopardy there, Gregory.
All right, we love me some Jeopardy here.
I'm gonna
love
wear
me
a
some
mankini and tell Noah Khan I love him.
He was just
Well-
next to my apartment the last 2 nights.
Did you go see him?
No, tickets were super expensive, and I was like, I just listened from the dog park.
And it was.
It was good. Not as loud as most concerts, so I couldn't hear it. Was the point?
Well, yeah.
Like, most
he's an
concerts-
acoustic
He's
folk
very
artist.
mellow, yeah.
Well, no, the speaker's pretty good. I heard Taylor Swift from my apartment. You think she's
That's
overrated? I thought she was good.
All right. Love you.
I love Audrey Plaza.
Bye.
Audrey Plaza.